What is up, everybody? We are here with the best league, the West League. I'm here with the rank 1 West goalie, Gumi.
Hello, hello, hello. How's it going?
I'm. We are excited to watch this one. Me and Gumi, we've already qualified, so we don't even have to be here right now. But
We're
we are,
chilling.
and yeah, we're chilling. We're the heavy favorites of the league, so might as well scout out the competition a bit. All right. See if I need to like scrim practice, maybe play a different character other than Juno. I'll figure it out today. Watching all these teams play against each other. Now, for our first match, which we will get into shortly, we'll be watching Oxygen Overdrive versus UCLA Esports. Oxygen Overdrive is Kilius, Snake, and normally the third is Nakadashi or West Korea, whatever his name is. Give me, what is it? What's his name?
It's Snake. It's Snake that's not playing.
Oh, it's Snake that's not playing. Wait, what's
Liari's playing
Naka's
Bali.
in-game name?
It's
Oh,
Naka
Liari.
with 3 A's.
Okay, the Liari Brawler. Rare appearance. You won't see this very often in tournaments. Not for a good reason, of course. He's more of a midfield goalie player. Juno one trick, some might even say. There's a lot going on. And of course, on the other side, not too much I know about UCLA. What about you, Gumi?
I've seen Balix a lot because he was playing with 3Z and Grimella a lot. So I definitely helped Balix out a bit back in the days for the first collegiate tournament. And he's been doing pretty good recently. He's been popping off.
Like, he's your prodigy.
Not really, but I have helped him a bit.
Okay, a small bit of Sligu maybe coming out. Is he a forward player?
No, he's the goalie.
He's the guy locking it down. Maybe even a rune pick.
Maybe.
I don't know. Now, do you think that UCLA will take a set?
I think they have a chance. I'm not gonna lie. I've seen this Kilius guy sell a couple rounds for fun in solo queue, so I think there's a chance.
Yeah, that team is a bit notorious for doing victories. I mean, I literally just watched Liari play. While Liari is normally a very good player, I watched her miss Rasmus Hook, Rasmus Primary, and Core Flip all right after each other. As the core went right past her. That was unfortunate, but I think it's a warm up, right? You're in solo queue, grinding a bit of comp. I mean, you were on your alt account, of course, warming up the cast as you do. So I think we'll, yeah. Liari even saying it herself. Solo queue and tournament Liari are two different people. You kind of saw it last time. I don't know if you guys were watching the East qualifiers that were still ongoing from 2 weeks ago, but last Saturday? Wait, no, when was this? Wednesday? Thursday? I don't know. Very recently, they have, Liari was playing against Comeback Kings, and he put on quite the performance in the midfield on the Erasmus versus Comeback Kings. They did lose in probably the closest series I've ever seen in pretty much all of the Mega Strikers. They went to 2-2 sets. Okay, 2 sets to 2, and then they went 2-2 in the points. All 3 games. It went down to the very, very, very last point. Spoilers. It's like, no, it's not spoilers. When you like, there's like a certain like time period that you're expected to watch it in, and I feel like we're past that.
No, Gravity, you have to watch it, remember?
Oh, that's right. You didn't watch it. I didn't. Yeah. Wait. Why didn't we watch that? We were supposed to watch it because Gumi was too busy not watching our teammate play as a substitute for Comeback Kings.
We should have done it during my 24-hour stream. That'd have been perfect.
Yeah, I did a little thing called sleeping though. Yeah. So I mean, you've been up for 24 hours now at this point, on the dot almost.
Let's see. So I've been streaming for 19 hours plus 3 hours and 22 minutes because I had to stop stream. So I think I've like 1 or 2 hours left. Something like that.
And that's only a stream. What about you yourself? I assume you didn't wake up and turn on stream.
I woke up at like noon Pacific yesterday.
And what time did the stream go live? I don't know.
Like around 2 or 3 Pacific.
Okay. So you've been up for over 24 hours.
Yeah, for sure.
That's. I mean, surely you get waken up by these matches that we're about to see.
Yeah. We're about to see some high quality gameplay in the West League.
Yeah, I am excited to see the West League because the East qualifiers were hype. I was watching the East qualifiers. I normally don't watch too much Mega Strikers, ironically, but I was enjoying the East the qualifiers. I was invested in them. I was in there, watching with everybody. Sometimes you get some watch parties together, and everyone just goes crazy for the matches that are happening. I wonder who do you think are our top 3 teams right now in the West League qualifiers, of course, because of course we're number 1, 2, and 3 for the league.
The top 3 teams for the West Coast qualifier?
Yep.
Here, let me put up my power rankings. I'll just drop it in chat and we'll see how close it is. This is what I did. I might have made some changes, but I'll just drop what I have for now. This is what I think. So 1 Oxygen Overdrive, 2 Goats Esports, 3 Geeks Team. That's my top 3.
A little more reasoning behind these picks. Why is that the 1, 2, 3?
Oxygen Overdrive, I think they're a shoe-in. Knock a Snake, really good forward duo. Achilles has been popping off recently. They're for sure gonna finish top 3. There's no doubt about that. Goats Esports, I think they're very underrated. Fudge and Palme have been duoing a lot, and they've been kind of dominating in the ladder. And Blue Flu, he's a bit of an unknown. Haven't seen him too much, but to be honest, I don't think he has to be that good to win with Fudge and Palme. And for Geeks Team, those are just 3 overall solid players, and I think putting them any lower than top 3 would be criminal. I think Sudobu has a chance to upset one of those teams, but I don't think Otaku or Kurlishu has a chance to make top 3.
But Sudobu's the 1 seed. He's saying they might be misseeded.
Yeah, the seeding was quite interesting.
Whoa. I think the seeding is great. I think
maybe if Vaughn was playing.
Hey, you never know. I did hear that Vaughn is going to bed, but one phone call from Reznok, and he's on the computer right away.
Hopefully.
We're having some technical difficulties getting into the match, but it's chill. We're not here to watch tournament matches. We're here to talk about West Coast, because as we know, this is the qualifier for the cool West League, which is going to be probably bigger than LCS. And I'm excited for it. What about you, Gumi? You excited to get a free K?
I mean, I don't think it's free, right? There's definitely chances. This is a very competitive league, and there's going to be a lot of fun and close matches, so I wouldn't say it's free.
Yeah, that's true. If I do lock in goalie, we might drop one. But outside of those, I'm kind of feeling confident. Even though I'm technically an East player, I live in the ping. It's like honorary West Coast. Yes. Juno is notoriously easy to play on ping. So if they don't ban Juno, which I mean, why would you do that? It's free. I couldn't imagine a team doing that. I think they want to ban Kai and Rune.
Juno's actually incredibly weak. She got gutted 3 patches in a row.
Okay. This has been a meme for too long. Juno is unironically weak right now, I think. I don't think Juno is that good.
Guys, he thinks Juno's weak.
No.
He said the line, guys. Juno was weak.
Okay.
Hotshot meta, Juno was notoriously bad. All of beta, she wasn't pickable. And ever since launch, she's not been pickable.
No. See, this is what it is. Alright. I simply have been... See, like, when you see me on the other team, you're like, wow, that guy... Like, Juno's looking kind of strong right now. And then, like, anyone else picks Juno, and then they take, like, perfect form or some shit, and then it's just... Like, the champ looks weak.
And, Gravity, when you say that, are you calling out a specific Juno main that just typed in the commentary twitch.tv chat?
I'm just saying that someone may have taken perfect form against me.
And, what do you think about quick strikes on Juno first pick when Hotshot's up? Thoughts?
I think I would have to alt F4 if that happened. It's fine though. Sinks was on the other team, so it was chill. Sinks also has the tier 10, the affinity 10 Juno thing, the gold. What do you call that? The gold name thing that appears when you score a goal. I think that's pretty sick. So he does have me beat in that aspect pretty strongly. Because Juno just looks cooler. Yeah. Perfect form is a bad awakening.
It's so bad.
Because it doesn't. If you use your primary, the proc perfect form, you don't get CD back on your primary. So it applies to every ability except the ability you initially casted with. Which, aka, the primary is the only ability you're ever hitting anything with. Your jump hits something every 3 times. And yeah, I mean your ultimate does give you some perfect form value, but I mean how often is that up? And plus you're all light hits on top of that. No, I respect that mentality though. Just click play, don't read. That's what I like to do as well. Oh, this bar, is that my Juno guide?
Yeah, I linked it.
It's a wee bit outdated for any aspiring Juno players.
It's probably better than whatever he was doing though.
Perfect form. Hey, he did take prime time though.
That's facts.
So, yeah, I think the character's got some deeper. I'm not saying that word. It's got some deeper mechanics that are kind of harder to say. I can't speak today. I think the sleep deprivation's spreading to me. Maybe you need to go to bed so that way I can feel more awake.
We love Odyssey Interactive.
Yeah, so as of 5 minutes ago, they did push out a patch to fix spectator looking maybe. Seems like we have loading bugs 6 times in a row, so may not have worked. XD, you better get on that. Did everyone update their game to the newest version? Because if not, I bet you that could cause the bug. Any updaters? Alright, while we wait, even more hotter this, who are your top 3 players in West Gumi outside of
Ooh.
Your team?
So, in the qualifier, top 3 players.
Yes. Who are we looking out for?
Liari did say that Snake was playing, so I would say Snake is definitely in that top 3. Let's see, who else? Who else is one to look out for? Ooh. I'm gonna have to go with Geek. Geek's been kind of a demon recently. He gets a lot of hate, but he's kind of a beast.
He's a kidnapper. That guy takes people to the coast and holds them ransom for 15 LP.
So I think I'll lock it in with Geek from Aesop's Little PogChamps, Snake from Oxygen Overdrive, and I'll pick out a player from Ghost Esports as well. I'll pick out a Palme. He's very slept on, and I think he's gonna pop off.
That's true. Palme is been climbing on the ladder. I think he's ranked 20-ish. I think NA. He's up there. Now, of course, ladder doesn't mean too much, but it does take a certain degree of skill to climb. You can't just lose every game and get up on the ladder. I've also had some hard experiences against him. I think I've played against him a few times. I'm like, this guy's pretty good. And if I'm not mistaken, I think he won the very first tournament with this version of the game. Right? In the what tournament was it? It was the no prod testers allowed.
Did he win? Oh, you're right. He did win with his
yeah.
collegiate team, right?
I think so. They actually destroyed too.
Yo, Breads, I see you in chat right now. That's embarrassing, by the way, that you guys lost that. That is embarrassing.
Wait, what happened?
He lost to them in grants.
Oh, that's right. It was Breads' team. Yeah, no Breads mention at all.
Boring.
Not one.
Breads isn't playing, dum-dum.
Oh, that's right. I forgot this guy already qualified. I forgot.
It's not embarrassing? Hey, I would be embarrassed. I'll say it. It's like if I was you guys, I would be embarrassed.
I might be a bit embarrassed too, you guys have been grinding the game. Even, of course, it was a non-prod tester, so everyone was on equal footing. We had some of the top beta players, and just kind of fallen like that. I don't know. I feel like losing in any capacity is kind of embarrassing, right? Don't want to lose at all.
That's true.
Oh, sorry, can they hear you for the record? They can't? Okay. Guys, I'm talking to a ghost right now. Anyways, so we have loading bugged like 27 bazillion times in a row. And of course, we don't want to hold up the tournament forever. So the first set is going to be played off stream. As you can see, right below me, set is now off stream because loading bug is too strong. So in the meantime, what are we doing, Gumi?
I have no idea. What would be a fun activity?
Guys,
Do we just continue podcasting while they play, or should we do something else?
it's like we'll real time feed them the results. All right, how about the 3 worst players in the West League? Period.
I don't know half the players, so that's gonna be a hard one. But honestly though, like we have a lot of practice in our Gumi Gravity podcast, because if you've ever watched a Gumi OS stream and we've sat in queue for 30 minutes just talking, that's essentially what we're doing now.
That is true.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Oh yeah, please give us a game. We like watching Omega Strikers. Guys, I was talking to my demons again. I keep on forgetting that this little demon that's in my ear is not getting heard by the cast. It's so chill. So we are going to hop over to little Pod Champs game. It's going to be a solid one. We were picking out the match earlier, and this was actually our number 2 pick before we initially decided on Oxygen Overdrive. And of course, Gumi's favorite player, Geek, is in here. How do you think this team is going to perform? Because I think most people in the community think these guys might be a bit washed.
I don't think they're washed. I scrimmed against or not really like a scrim, but like a for fun in-house with Bell's Kainoob yesterday against Geek, Asa, and Gunner, and they were low key performing.
All right. Anyways, we have the stream up finally. As they do seem to be performing, they are up 1 set and they are currently winning 2-0 on Demon Days.
Demon Days. Is that what we're going by?
I think
Demon Dice.
Demon Dice.
It's like I do not care.
We can pass. Oh my god! Wait, yo, you see how much damage that Rune ult just did? I think he might have specialized.
So for everyone watching at home, if you want to know what this map sort of comes down to, it's everybody clumping up, spamming hitboxes, and killing each other. That's the essence of this map. Defending the barrier is really hard, so it just turns into like a clusterfuck of everybody hitting each other and hitting the core through.
I don't know, man. JSS's barriers looks pretty up there. Like Aesop's little pod champs.
Respectfully, I have not seen a single player in enemy team's name ever.
You can't just add respectfully to a sentence and make it respectful.
No, like as respectfully as possible. I've never seen their names before.
Very respectfully? Who are these guys? Why are they in my game? You know?
That's real.
That's not real. Alright, now, how long do you think this match is going to last? Starting now, you know, like... You think it might be another 3-minute one?
I think it'll probably be a 3-0.
Yeah, one thing you do understand that there is a big skill gap between players who previously, like, absolutely grinded beta and those who did not.
Yeah.
And these guys aren't even beta grinders, these are alpha grinders. They've been playing longer than we have. Of course, they stopped playing.
Yeah.
But...
I don't know. If you've been playing since alpha, you should be God by now. I'll say it.
Yeah, I think so too. Like, you've been playing for... And how long has the alpha been? 2 years? A year or two?
2 years? I think there's players that have been playing for like 2 years.
Yeah. I think Streak once said he's playing it since like 2020. Might be misquoting that. That's 3 years.
Yeah, if you've been playing for 2-3 years and you're not that good, hey, quit the game, respectfully.
Yo, what a disrespectful ass core flip by Gunner though. They
Holy
were
shit.
all banished. All he had to do was strike it, but no. He just core flips it. Wait, and then gets it in.
Dare I say, that's a Bell's ass core flip?
Yes, that is the insecure core flip you expect from a player like Bells. Some players,
Gunner...
they get a little nervous in front of the net. They can't put the rock in. Core flip.
I was seeing Gunner in the Bell's Twitch chat yesterday, so maybe he was taking some notes on Bell's and core flips.
I think that one checks out.
And an interesting thing to note is Geek's been really loving Pauldron's X goalie on this map because of just like the size of your hitboxes and how much you can help with like the mosh pit and damage, which is what this map's all about.
Yeah, you just kind of walk up and kill people. X kills people. I mean, Geek's been playing the X goalie forever. Since, like, I think I even may have saw him pick it in beta once, but especially during the internal testing, when Powerhouse Pauldron's X goalie was actually strong, this guy's been spamming the game. So it's not like it's like this really... Because when you think of X, you don't think of a goalie, right? You think of some big brawler who's probably in the enemy goal box more than anywhere else on the field.
Exactly.
But for that same reason, he's strong in the enemy goal box. He's equally strong in his goal box. You know, the strike reset from Ultimate, big damage coming out. And this guy literally covers the whole barrier with his bell ringer. It's looking perfect. I don't even know if they've lost the barriers this game.
What do you think this game will come down to, Gravity?
What do you mean? The game's
like, what do you think will be the deciding factor?
Will be? I don't know if to put the rock in the net.
What I'm saying is, what made Geek, Gunner, and LawJSS dominate this game so hard?
Oh, yes. So the other team locked in Kai forward. Actually, you could argue that they locked in the three weakest picks in the game.
Kai forward is not bad. It has very niche situations, but a map that's all about damage and AoEing and spamming hitboxes doesn't sound very good for Kai forward, I won't lie.
No, can respect the pick, you know. My pick was called bad for the longest time, so... You know, you can go out there and play what you want to play, though. And you can respect that. And he wanted to play Kai forward. Okay. Well, some power to him. Of course, this was an 11-minute game. That's even times in beta might be a little bit longer.
Threezy gaps these casters. Hey, Threezy's in the middle of the ocean. Lucky.
Yeah, hey, why don't you cast this in West League? If you even qualify, of course.
Yeah. Hey, Appa, you talking mad game. Let's see how you perform. You guys better not lose, right?
Take a set off us, right? Maybe?
Yeah. On God.
Yeah. Can we get a Sundubu Strikers match?
Appa, all I'm saying is I could count the number of goals you scored on me on one hand, little bro.
He's not wrong, though. I think we do a lot, and every time we ran the Appa bug, it is an absolute wall in front of the net. Like, Appa's always in position to get the rock. He's got good positioning. You'll probably see it upcoming game near, but, like, he just gets... Like, anytime he's got the opportunity to score, it just doesn't go in. Now, do you think a skill like that's improvable? You think in due time, Appa will be the next Bells? Or you think that scoring is just naturally born with?
I think he's doomed for life.
Yeah, I think it's doomed for life. If you can't put the rock in since out of the womb, you are like, what are you doing? See, even Borg, a guy who probably doesn't even know where the enemy net is, doesn't even need to score. This guy just kills people all game. He thinks the net's like the sides of the map.
Oh my God. We have the 3 known worst scorers in Omega Strikers, or 4 actually. Gravity, Borg, Oppabug, and Kaz all in one place. Holy fuck.
The 4 top scorers of OS.
The 4 top scorers of OS.
It's like we got like 2v2 for like 50 minutes. You just mess around in front of the net.
Rare Gravity goal.
No, extremely common Gravity. I might be the leading goal scorer of West League.
We'll see about that. Yeah, that's true. He does feed the rock, Joker.
That's the only. Actually, I don't know. I've heard recently that I don't feed the rock, so I don't know what I do anymore. I don't feed the rock, nor do I put the rock in, so I just exist.
Juno's weak. Buff Juno.
Juno is weak, though. We're talking about it earlier. All right. First of all, the most recent so-called bug fix, whatever the fuck that means, huh? Bug fix. It wasn't a bug. It was an intended interaction, and they just said no. I think I was, I don't know. I think I won too many games in protest, and there's like no more.
No more to win.
Yeah, and there's like, just decided to make a casual nerf to the character, like making her no more fun. Chill.
But
All
I
right,
will say, for all the hate we give Gravity's scoring, he does have the number of the best goalie in North America.
that is true. So it's like we're in bed, you know.
It's every time Gravity scores on Caleb or you already lose with Juno, you got to open up the stream and hear him complain about Juno.
It's actually like clockwork though. Like if you are watching Caleb stream and I score a goal on him, it is like frame one. Like I'll always have it open, I'll tab out. It's like, man, this champ is so broken. Holy shit! Every time.
What do you think about
He does
Joker's
not.
plan?
What? To one trick Octavia?
Yeah.
I don't know. That character is horrible. So Octavia and Vice aren't actually pickable right now. They're both banned for this. But even if they weren't banned, I don't think anyone would pick them.
I think people won't pick Octavia unless they want to lose. But I think Vice has their niches.
I don't know. Maybe a more controversial opinion, but I don't think Vice is good.
I think she's decent.
I think her damage output is her cooldowns are I think things that she excels at, which is applying Stinger and using heavy impact. But you need one of the two. I think if you don't hit heavy impact or Stinger, you're just piss useless. I think there.
Yeah, Gravity just said that. Like, as respectfully as possible, Gravity just said that.
Well, you talking to your demons, Gimli? Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to the little Twitch chatters. My bad.
It's like the demons in our area. Right here. I want Octavia to be buffed because I think Octavia is one of my favorite characters to play. She's fun. She's super fun. The feast or famine style is fun, but when she has like the stagger equivalent to a 5-year-old child, you just die on repeat. It is not fun being perma staggered all game, unless you have stagger swagger, of course. Yeah, Joker probably the top Octavia player. Well, the only person willing to play Octavia in high elo. The swagger start is kind of bitch.
Can we talk about Stagger Swagger? That training is so cringe.
You're telling me 40% move speed when you're below half health is cringe? Can you elaborate?
I just hate how it rewards the enemy for playing bad and like harms you for playing good. I'm gonna goom. I'm gonna goom, guys. If they don't remove Stagger Swagger, I'm gonna goom.
What are you gonna goom? You know, like you gooming somewhere or?
I'm gonna goom Stagger Swagger.
Goom pick. I hope you do that. I need that awakening gone. Wow, this is a #1 hater. Broadcaster or what? What are your favorite things in Omega Strikers? The positivity.
My favorite things in Omega Strikers?
Yes.
Okay, Rune Goalie.
Okay.
Barrage. And Momentum Boots.
Yeah, no, that's understandable. Momentum Boots is a fun awakening to play around with.
Answer that.
Who just that? What the fuck? Yeah, Momentum Boots is pretty fun. Yeah, we love getting rewarded for playing worse.
I like move speed. Move speed is a fun mechanic to play with, especially when you have like 6,000% move speed. I like Glass Cannon Momentum Boots goalie. That's the only reason I ever play goalie. It's being because Glass Cannon Momentum Boots, the movement speed kind of feels balanced, right? Like there's counterplay to Glass Cannon and Momentum Boots. You just hit them.
I mean, yeah, there is counterplay to Glass Cannon and Momentum Boots, but usually it's goalies that like to take them, and hitting goalie every 5 seconds isn't really that doable.
I don't know. Have you seen Stinger?
That is true. Stinger is actually a very weak training because it doesn't stop regen. Gravity knows.
Why? Whoa! Who said I said that? You're the one who just said it. Well, I don't know why you're pushing it on me. Why do you say something like that, Gumi? Why do you say that Stinger is weak?
My bad. Wait,
Wait,
where are the games? So we can pick round 2.
guys, what round 2 do you guys want to see? Any requests? Preferably not from players themselves.
No, but where are they posted? Oh, here we go.
I don't even know the answer to that. Wait, I literally don't see them. I'll trust you. I trust your judgment.
Hmm. Ooh, wait, I forgot the team names. I forgot who's on each team, so it's kind of like Giga losing Wiss.
You forgot the team names? I know the
No,
team
like,
names.
I forgot who's on each team.
Okay, I'll remember. What's our best match? Oh, isn't Ataku Hideout versus Krill Issue could be good? That's
Ooh,
Salus and Kaz versus the Ohio boys.
I like that one or J Tangles versus Taiga.
I'm personally in favor of Krill Issue and Otaku Hideout.
Hey, let's run it.
Yeah, because if Krill Issue loses, we can poach Salus as a goalie sub. You know.
That's facts.
Hey, we need a goalie sub. We have no subs for West League at all.
Any goalie subbers in the chat?
Yeah. Any goalies who live on the West Coast?
Wait, hey, anybody in chat, is Texas Central or East? Guys?
I think it's East Coast.
Guys, is Texas on the East Coast? Thoughts?
Thoughts, prayers.
Type it in chat your vote. Definitely East Coast troll face.
That's my favorite East Coast player, Snake, coming in with it. Super far east. I don't even know you can be more like what's more eastern than Texas?
That's facts.
I think like the next closest thing after Texas is like Asia. You know? There's nothing else in between there. Now, as we're gonna get into this next one, Ataki versus Krill Issue, what do you have a favorite team? What are you expecting from this match?
I think Otaku is the strong favorite. What do you think?
Otaku's a strong favorite.
I think so.
They're good. I think the Ohio boys are a strong group. I don't know if they do have 5 people listed. I don't know if all of the Ohio boys are there.
Hopefully. I would like to see the Ohio boys synergy come out.
Yeah, you know, they're out there. I don't even know if they scrim. They just whip out the 3-stack on a ranked ladder and face whoever challenges them. And I think they lose a bit of LP while doing it.
And I think on the side of Krill Issue, the player we really want to be looking out for is actually Salus. He was a very good goalie back in the beta, and he didn't get started right away on game launch. He came like 2 weeks late. So he is literally just learning the game, and it's a complete different game now, plus he's rusty. So I think this game, unironically, comes down to can Salus unrust fast enough?
Yeah, I mean, he's already had some time to de-rush, right? You know, we're a little over 3 weeks with the launch. I don't think he was there since the start of launch. I think he skipped the first 2 weeks of launch as well. He doesn't like to play in the first 2 weeks. But you know, I've seen a Salus stream or two. Now he was in gold, but I think he's higher ranked now. I think maybe he de-rusted a wee bit.
The only reason that I'm putting Otaku Hideout as a strong favorites is because one night I saw Salus with like a 50% win rate stuck mid gold.
But he's low diamond now.
He is.
He's on the climb, 64% win rate. But then here comes the next issue. Who are we banning? You know, if you are the Ohio boys, who's getting banned? Who are you banning out? You want to ban the Kaz Julie?
Whenever people ask about what are you banning and stuff, I feel like it's 99% of the time based on map and awakenings. But yeah, I think it's largely going to depend on that. Because if it's like certain awakenings, against the Ohio boys, you'd probably want to ban that Marco's X. Because I haven't seen Kaz play X too much. And I don't know if you want to mirror the Marco X.
Well, actually, fun fact, X is Kaz's second highest win rate character. I mean, second most played character.
What's the win rate looking like?
58%. He's actually higher than his Julie win rate.
What's his Julie win rate?
57%.
Okay, 1% higher? Maybe
Yeah,
he's going to ego.
You want to guess the Kai Gully win rate, though?
41%?
36%. He is not winning on the guy goalie. He's a forward player for a reason. But we are going to get in to this very first match that we're actually going to be here from the start of. Best Jelly is going to ban Atlas. This must be a twin drive start of some sort because I don't think Sales even plays it. Oh, and they switched to Era. They're pranking me. Again, I don't know much about Nerva, but you said you do. What type of characters does Nerva like a lot again?
Is Nerva in this game?
Yeah, he's Salus and Kaz's third.
Oh, right. Salus, Kaz, and Nerva, right. Nerva played a lot with Beta. He's a very strong West Coast player. He was one of the best back in Beta. I've seen him a bit since launch, and I think he's probably one of the better West Coast players. But we'll have to see if he can get back to form.
Oh my God, who's locking in the Juno over there? Is Nerva a bit of a Juno player?
Yeah, I've been seeing him cook it up on the ranked ladder.
Oh shit. I'm ready to watch Nerva cook a bit. Oh, and name off. If this was EU League, they would get a -1 goal deduction.
No, that might not be name off. That's just bugs, yeah.
Oh, it's a bug?
Ooh, and I like Salus bringing out the Drakkar goalie. Although I do think he should have took Adrenaline Rush over Quick Strikes.
Actually, I'm more of a fan of the Quick Strikes pick.
Nah.
Nice little defense. One the course a bit faster. 1 second CD. Is that really that much better?
Yeah, 1 second CD plus you actually get kills on goalie. And also, if you have Rapid Fire or Hot Shot, the value you get from Adrenaline is so good. Because if your primary already has like a 4-second cooldown, taking off 1 second is huge.
What do you think about these comp picks though? Earlier, again, I'm watching EU League today, going on a bit earlier today. Anytime Adrenaline is up, they normally go triple Edren, or at least double Edren on the forwards. The goalie's not as matter. Because, I mean, what does goalie realistically do with Adrenaline Rush?
Yeah, that is true. There's certain goalies that can proc Adrenaline, like Amy, but a lot of them can't.
Oh, good force flip from Sailors.
I think overall, the side of Krill issue has a better comp overall.
Yeah, I think I like the comps too, because, you know, Kaz does have the Adrenaline Rush. They're going to be able to proc it. You know, it's got damage. Sales also has damage. You know, a single stinger and it could be over. And
Salus
cleared right into the anchor. I think we thought it was going to hit at a different angle, but it just gave Markov a dimer with that one. And I mean, look how fast they're generating the core flip zone. Quick strike. I really think the quick strike values. Of course, this is assuming they are going for flip. As you know, Salus and Nerva are both not prod testers. And so, the non-prod testers tend to have a little harder time.
Salus is a prod tester.
Oh yeah, he didn't play the game during prod test.
Yeah.
Correct. So, you know, they're a bit weaker with the core flip. Like, there's players who, of course, who played for a bit longer.
And I think one of the things that this is really going to come down to is which goalie can stop the Juliet stuff combo better. And
oh my God, Kaz does not peak stop. Sorry, you got the Adrenaline Rush. It's going a little bit and double kill.
Not known for scoring, but maybe his killing's a little bit better.
Oh, there's a goal right there. Maybe he's gonna make a new identity for himself. New game, new me. You know, new Kaz. You know, that was Beta Kaz. New Kaz? Not only does he put the players off the map, he puts the rock in the net. I like it. Nope, and that's the power of Adrenaline Rush right there. A single kill pretty much allowed Kaz to kill the rest of their team and score. All with one awakening. I don't think you get more value than that.
And an interesting thing in the community is a lot of people are really divided on is Amy forward a good pick. Half the people think she's completely useless, and half the people think she's broken. Which side are you on, Gravity?
I think he sucks.
I also think she's not very good.
I mean, what has this Amy done this game? Taking that barrier. But I mean, like, you know, I think maybe, like, you play for damage with the Amy. I think that could be some value there. But I mean, look at this matchup right now. Amy cannot do shit into Juno. Juno dogs Amy on the regular. Like, the matchup is so bad for Amy. So not only is it a bit of a matchup diff, who does Amy have a good matchup into?
I don't know, to be honest. Most of the arguments for Amy goalie is for, like, or Amy forward is for great, like, offensive pressure with the turret and everything. But usually it's just like, why not just play Amy goalie then and have that lean more into that offensive pressure from the goalie position and have a more consistent midfielder?
Yeah, Amy's got some of the worst midfield control in the game, I think. For a midfielder, that is.
Yeah.
And it's only so much you can do. I mean, Alpkeep is just getting passed around like he's non-existent.
And can we
talk? He got the turret.
And can we talk about this Amy skin Odyssey Interactive? This is the worst clarity in the game. I got so tilted about this in solo queue. Her glitch pop and turret. Yeah, it's so bad to see.
Yeah, the skin clarity with skins has always been. I mean, ever since the very first skin Air release, we had the $13 tornado. Tornado was a little bit hard to see, and of course over time, ended up we were just coping. But now, I mean, like, have you seen the Atlas skin? You're telling me the Expanse and his ult have 2 different colors? You like me? And also, Amy 4 did just do something. So,
that is true.
Maybe this. The glitch popped into the bottom corner of the net.
Kaz gonna be first. Can he get a size training? And he misses the size training.
Oh, but Prize Fighter is up. Maybe go Prize Fighter?
He might extra special to deny the Amy.
Yeah, it's a reasonable
Tempo
pick.
swing.
And Tempo Swing. I don't know. I guess it is nice. You don't want to die. Dying is turboist. Hot Shot's probably going to say going for aerials.
Ooh,
Understand?
I don't like that pick. I don't like that pick at all.
Surely we're not giving Hot Shots to Juno. What the hell is going on here? Hot Shot going completely undrafted. Like this thing doesn't even exist.
I think Drakkar, Kai, and Juno all should have took Hot Shot if it got to them.
I can understand Drac wanting aerials now. I played Drac away once. I like the projectile range. It's nice.
Yes.
But it's hard to beat the cooldown.
Yeah.
And then like
Especially
yeah, and you gotta deny it and you're like, Hot Shot Kai is really good too. So like you can't let him get it, so you gotta take it. No, he doesn't want it either. And then it gets down to Juno, her actual Abyss Awakening. There's no awakening better than Hot Shot on Juno. And bro just skipped it. This is even the first time today I've seen a Juno skip Hot Shots.
And you're criticizing the pick now, but just wait for him to cook on the aerials. He's about to cook Best Jelly up for breakfast.
The aerials is good on Juno. Don't get me wrong. Alright? The Awakening's very good. It's got nice projectile range. You got a good jump. But it's just not Hot Shots. Oh, he's scoring this though. This is my go. He hit it right at him. A little bit of a mix-up. I like it. I appreciate it.
We can appreciate a good mix-up here on this Twitch stream.
Most goalies don't expect that. And sometimes they panic core flip. So Marco, showing him how it's done. That's how you core flip.
Not much Salas could do there.
Nope, yep. He had good space. Sales had no cooldowns even. Nice placement. I mean, Nerva can learn anything I do. Then after he reads my Juno guide and learns to take hot shots, it's over.
And I'm not gonna lie, I think an underrated Krill issue. I hadn't seen Salas's progression come along, but I think they're a very strong team, and I definitely undervalued them. I'll admit it.
I didn't really give my prediction, but I was actually I thought it was pretty even, but I think a bit of a really even order.
I definitely thought it was Ohio boys' favorite.
I think it is Ohio boys' favorite. Don't get me wrong. I think Ohio boys on paper is a better team. They play together more. They've been playing together since beta. They've been absolutely on the grind. I've seen each player in solo queue a decent amount. And they're all just good players in their own right. So I think it is pretty reasonable to assume that they are the team that's supposed to win. But, a little bit of an underdog story. There's some aerial value right there. Match range Juno's unstoppable.
Oh, he proxy Adrenaline. That's really huge for Kaz. Adrenaline gives 8 seconds of 100% movement speed. Essentially, if you proc Adrenaline, you almost win the round for free.
Yeah. I love Adrenaline. I like when the game ends because I killed someone. I think I deserve it. I don't play brawlers though, so I never get that experience.
And Gravity, you might have some unique insight on this, but what do you think about Kaz, a Central/East player playing in the West League? Do you think that's insecure of him? Is that kind of like playing in the retirement league as a sports player?
No, I think playing in the West League as a Central/East player is perfectly acceptable. There's not enough West Coast talent, in order to host a competitive league without the help of the other region. Sorry, West Coast dudes. It just had to be said.
So you don't think it's an insecure play from Kaz?
No, I do not. I think what Kaz is doing is a perfectly reasonable thing to do. Plus, get your bag, Get that bag. Kaz team's good, Win some nice money. Go take your mom out to a nice dinner. All good.
Oh.
What about you?
And I think it's a little bit insecure. I'm not gonna lie, but it is what it is.
I'll leave the team then. Let's go. You can go get them watch coaster.
It's okay. We can be 3.
Big Fish Infinite, by the way.
An interesting thing to note here is that Marco got first and got built different. His absolute best awakening in the game.
Is that the Julie Biss? I don't know.
According to Bells, it's #1.
Yeah, but Bells also told me to take Pumware in every map earlier. And immediately didn't take it last time I saw him, so it's like, this Bells is maybe alive?
And after seeing that Monumentalist Amy ult, please tell me that that has a lot of clarity.
I'm not even kidding, I did not see it.
Yeah, especially on bluer maps like Atlas Lab, Amy, Zap, and Night Market. It's very hard to see.
But I need this guy to ult again so I can see it. Like, it actually just flew past my vision. Yeah, Alpha TV kind of ults for fun a lot of the time, so I haven't been seeing too much of it.
And it has like those shimmering colors too, which makes it even harder to see. And Marco just is really insane. I think he's really been gapping Kaz in these last couple of rounds. We love that ability.
I feel like I haven't seen Marco procking a Drin that much. Does he have a Drin?
He just procced the last 3 rounds.
Oh, did he? Yeah. It's like my eyes aren't working.
And Alpha Kibi and Marco really showing their forward chemistry. They've been playing together for, what, 6-7 months now? Something like that.
Yeah, I mean, they've been together since the start of the beta. I mean, probably even before that. I don't know if they met through Omega Strikers or not. I think they're IRL friends? Like, I could be wrong.
And interesting to note about Alpha Kibi is he actually plays on a hotspot.
This is true, by the way.
He is handicapped.
Yeah, what do you think? Do you know what his ping is? I want to know what his ping is. It can't be good, right? Unless maybe he's got a good hotspot. You know, he plays on it, so he's got a nice-ass hotspot.
It is true. What do you think Julie takes here? Do you think she denies primetime from the Drakkar?
Nah, heavy impact. You know, you gotta play for yourself. It don't even matter what the other team takes.
I like it. I like the confidence. Timeless?
Yeah,
ooh. Ooh, it's the Timeless Monumentalist combo. Really strong combo for Amy.
I might see the Amy turret this round then. Might be hard to miss. But no Specialized though. I thought Specialized was the better than Timeless, or is Timeless better?
On Amy,
I don't know.
Timeless is better.
Oh, that's right. The Timeless is her bitch. Right?
Speaking of Specialized, one of Kai's best trainings, Specialized Impact, gets skipped over for Spark of Resilience on the side of Marco. Very, very interesting decision.
Wait, what do you mean on the side of Marco? Tell me Marco is Marco's not the Kai Gully though.
Or I'm Best Jelly, sorry. Not Marco,
Okay.
Best Jelly.
Oh, good passing. Oh my god, what a save though.
Wow. Oh,
wow, they get out and get the kill. They could win this round now with the Adrenaline proc. Oh, some good defense coming out. But look how much damage that Julio does.
Yeah. Julie with her trainings starts doing a lot of damage. And all I want to say is this round is over if Alpha Kibi left-clicked his mouse in a better spot.
Yeah, bit of a shot placement diff. Allowing them to make a good save though. But you know,
Best Jelly.
It's also a skill to capitalize on your enemy's mistakes.
Yes, sir.
Oh, good placement. Oh my god, Nerva's locking on all clear angles. Good
And
save from
Kaz
Best Jelly to get it out.
Proxy's Adrenaline again. Can they finish it off with this?
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I cannot believe he just did that. Salus is going to get reported for that one. That is, you know, it's hard to see. I can understand the misfortune that happened with him. You know, it's red. Maybe we need to change it to a different color. What color are you thinking, Jimmy? Maybe he's colorblind. See it in the background.
How about we make it white? Thoughts?
Yeah, I think white would be a pretty solid color. I don't know. I feel like everything's too hard to see. I don't know what it is.
Also, can we talk about lethality? I don't think I've seen all 6 players on the field at all in the past 5 minutes.
Yeah, welcome to late game Omega Strike, dude. I mean, when you get someone wigging like this, you got the Specialized, you got the Adrenaline Rush, Monumentalist, Timeless on the Amy. And how are you supposed to live exactly?
Best Jelly making some great saves on the back end.
Salus, almost losing the barrier. I think Salus might be getting a bit nervous. He looks like he's shaking a bit. They have to move it. I think once the emotes start coming out, but good pass play from Nerva.
I think overall, the forwards have been fairly even. They've both been proccing Adren. They've had decent mid control. I think Nervous should probably be winning core control harder than he is. But I think it's going to come down to goalie diff.
Yeah, I will say Alpha Kiwi, despite being in a pretty bad matchup, he's been pulling through.
Yeah. I would have expected Nervous to have much more core control in this matchup.
Yeah, you would expect so. I think it's what happens when you play with play for so long. You just expect Perma core control to win.
I think if BestieInSlot strikes and then barrages up at the top, they get the barrier. But he barrages first, send the core as far down.
It's too easy. You just don't get it.
And you just don't
You need that free. Oh, and Kaz got the kill. Both barriers are about to disappear, and they go. Oh my god! Kaz gets traded out, and now Marco's got the adrenaline rush. Good play. Oh,
BestieInSlot
locking it down. By the way, Marco's not getting the opportunity to get the ball forward. Good job, man.
Get this man the rock.
Uh-oh, this could be it. They clear it through the Amy turret and somehow goes through. Oh, it's going through. They're both low. Kaz is gonna find the kill, maybe. Oh, Alpha Kiwi's gone. Marco is next on shot block. Oh, but he's still pushing it through. Shot chance by Marco. Not going to go through. And look at how aggressive Nerve is.
Wow, really good read by BestieInSlot there, predicting the pass and barraging in between them to cut the pass.
Yeah, that was stellar play by BestieInSlot. He notices that Nerve is a bit too far up. His only real option is to pass, especially because you want it. As a midfielder, you want your brawler to have the core. You don't want to have it yourself, really. And BestieInSlot knowing this, cuts it off. A really good time, and that puts him 1 point away from winning the match.
And going back to KOs, in that last round, I'm pretty sure all 6 players were on the field for less than 20 seconds that entire round.
Oh, and it looks like it might be the same this round. Kaz gets another Adren proc. Though he hasn't been finding value with it last round. Maybe it'll stay different this round. And it is. He gets both barriers with the Adren. Gets past the Nerva. Nerva looking for the shot. Oh, that was not stoppable. Juno Slime plus Julie Dash Punch. Some good coordination going on.
Really great. Yeah, really great timing. And Gravity, do you think the fact that these Julies are picking so much KOs and proccing their adrenaline rush, do you think it's skill issue? Do you think they're walking too close to the wall, or what do you think?
I think there's just so much damage that I don't feel like you can reasonably live or like be useful if I take damage. But Marco with the core flip dash punch kill and the adrenaline proc, I think this might be it. Oh, and Gravity well. The Gravity got them. But Marco's about to die now. But no goalie in net. Kaz 36% win rate Kai was not going to come through for that one. That's a nice 3-2 victory from Ohio Boys. A good match though, unless I was happy we picked that one.
Still undefeated on my predictions.
Yeah, good prediction. Well, I mean, like, can you really call yourself undefeated? You said they were gonna kind of hard stomp.
Hey, one set to 3. 1 set to 3, little bro.
What? There's no way you can watch that match and call that a hard stomp. There's no way.
Hey, set to 3. I'm gonna mark that game down to goalie diff.
You think Salis just got gapped? I don't know if I agree.
I think he did. I think he got gapped. Marco and Kaz picked up the same amount of KOs. He had an unfavorable midfield matchup. I'll say goalie gap.
I don't know. I feel like they were going even in core control, and that's what really led to the loss. Nerva plays a bit too aggro, especially into the Amy. And it was just kind of leaving Salis in a bunch of 2v1, like, unwinnable situations where they got the Amy turret, which takes up the whole map on one side, and then Adrenaline Rush Julie on the other side. I mean, if you ask me, that's not savable. But
for every unsavable goal, Salis did have quite a few moments where he ran to the edge of the map and sat in his corner after the round.
Yeah, as we just saw in the replay, Bro did pass it to in the middle of the thing. They lost a very good opportunity in the 3v2. I mean, that might have to be goal of the qualifiers, even. Like, that is a bit of it. How do you feel after you make a big play like that? You play a lot. I've seen you on stream. I've seen you do some silly things. How do you mentally recover from putting it in your own net?
I just try to laugh it off and just try to forget about it. It helps because I do not have the best memory.
That is good. But this is going to be the end of it for the up-and-coming West League champions. We are going to switch to our next casting duo. Wait, why'd you laugh? I mean, guys, if we lose West League, I'll sell my nuts on eBay. Just saying.
Clip it and ship it. Clip it and ship
it. Clip it and ship it. Flip it and ship it. Anyway.
Welcome
Hello
in,
there,
everybody.
Wait. I thought I said I didn't start.
No, you told me. All right, I asked.
That's not what I said.
I asked.
Alright, can we
Okay,
get
should
Messiah?
I do it? Should I do it? And you said, well, okay, all right. And that is
Messiah,
all I
please.
heard.
No, I said I would do it.
No, you didn't.
I didn't say you should do it. I said I'll do it. I don't know what's going on anymore. Hello, folks, and welcome back to NASL West qualifiers for our league here. My name is K-Ball, and I'm joined by Magic 8-Ball. Magic, we've had very different weeks.
Yes, we have. I have been
Very different weeks.
Very different.
Very different.
Very different. You want to say that one more time so that people get the idea?
Why don't you actually explain?
I
why
was
are
going
these
to,
different?
and then you said it
Instead
again.
No, I swear we
See,
just
okay,
said
I want everybody to
I
understand.
swear
I'm
we
here
know
to
each
pester
other, guys.
K-Bot. I'm here to pester him
Oh boy.
because he's been playing Legend of Zelda all week, and all he wants to do is have me talk about stuff because I'm the only one that's been dumping hours into Omega Strikers. So,
In fairness, the week before, or the weeks before, I was finishing school.
yeah, okay.
That's my defense. I had exams to worry about. I had grading to do. Okay, I had
Yeah, okay.
things going on. TM, and those things did not include playing Omega Strikers for many hours a day and climbing up on the leaderboard. Because Lord knows I would not be able to climb up on the leaderboard because I'm not a skilled gamer.
You heard it here first. Can we get this man off commentary?
Okay, yeah.
So,
Sorry,
I
my
believe we're going into round 3 of the West qualifiers. We've got Sundubu Strikers versus Goats Esports, and these are players that are very much notorious within the scene at this point. You got the side of Sundubu Strikers with Grimella, Appabug, and Reznok going up against Fudgy Waffles, Blue Flu, Appleme, and Numbered. That is definitely not how you say that name.
Yeah, Sundubu Strikers especially is one of these teams that's been around for a while in playing in a lot of these events. So we'll see what's going on here. Did we not get bugged for the first time ever? Huge,
Hey, yo.
massive. So we're actually going to be getting into things. The map for our round 3 is going to be Zap here, Magic. So what do you thinking these players are going to start pulling out here?
Imi's app is always so strange because you're gonna get the Rasmus ban. You have to. Realistically, you can't get by without it. At this point in the game, if you let that thing scale, it's just gonna start going downhill fast. And Drek is a perfect goalie for this map, specifically because he can just shotgun you into that hole in the middle whenever he gets the chance when you're walking around and trying to get somewhere. So, very good bans from both sides. We are going to see a rune coming out to block up those tight corridors and for easy banishes. I think this is going to be a really fun match. On the other side, we're going to see an era?
Just the era is the thing that I'm least surprised about, but there's runes on both sides, right? So
Right.
Talk me through this one because I didn't think rune was good at all as of 2 weeks ago.
He's quote unquote not, but I feel like a skilled rune could beat any Julie. You know what I mean? Now, Julia getting a very nice pick early on in that game, just to start things off and put a lot of pressure up on this goal. But honestly, it just depends on the pilot. And rune pilots, when they have been playing him a lot and have been testing him out, can just completely turn around, especially this map because of how tight it is.
You're telling me it's both a pilot and a plane, is what you're telling me.
That is exactly what I'm telling you.
Nice dash punch once again. Another KO here coming through for Appabug. But even still, Sundubu Strikers struggling to get down this goal barrier. It's still holding strong here for Goats.
Still holding strong. It's all going to come down to whether or not Appabug can really get anything off of those picks, right? Now Appleby just deciding, no, it's my turn to do the funny Juliet dash punch thing and getting a nice pass up to Fudgy to get the cross for the goal. Reznok not sending out the Giga Blast in time. That was, quite honestly, hilarious. And this is what it's going to be the entire game, is just turn around, get the KO.
Yep. When is the Juliet dash punch going to come up? Because when it is up, you best be sure you're not staying next to that one. Grimella actually gets saved there by that Cyclone in order to make sure that they can stay alive. And now pressure's starting to mount towards the other goal barrier here, but not going to come away with much of anything. And now actually seeing the turnaround with those pillars being formed out of Grimella's room. There's the goal barrier down. Upabug looking for the goal here, but is able to get sent away by the three other members. Now pass up on the core flip, and that one just slips by the members of Goats, tying up this set here.
It's so hard to time against that rune pillar because it can hit it at any point if it's flying in that direction, and because of the way that it lasts, because of the way the hit lasts, kind of like Ivy's Glitch Pop, how it has that lasting hitbox, it can be so hard to time your strike around, and sometimes you're just a little bit too far forward and not expecting that pillar, and then you just get screwed over by it. Blue Flu did a good job, but this is going to be a really good pressure against Sundubu. Oh, beautiful Cyclone!
Dash punch came out to get the goal barrier, and then the Cyclone sweeps through in order to clear the way for the core to find the back of the net. And already, Magic, we're now on set point here for Goats Esports.
Right. When you're in this mindset, if you're someone like Reznok here, you're thinking, all right, I just need to try and keep this thing on the other side of the field, but Grimella does not get KO'd, which doesn't get the KO exactly. Oh, wow! Applebee's just been absolutely popping off.
Comes out here, 2 for 2 on the pitch. Now Upbug looking for another KO, gets Appleby rather down and knocked, but not before conceding the goal barrier here. Fudgy Waffles trying to get the pressure up, but now Appleby finally going to get KO'd off of the map. Fudgy Waffles trying to keep the pressure up alone here, making sure that Applebug can't infiltrate on the right side, but there it is. Gonna have to use the Banish here to try to get Applebug out of there, and now is not gonna be able to find the connection with the core as it drifts in front of the net. Reznok tries to keep this one alive for the Sundubu Strikers. Applebug looks to find a net, dash punch the goalie back away, and there it finally is. The ultimate secures it, and we're sending us to this 5th decisive goal.
Applebug was just trying his absolute hardest. Appleby was doing such a good job at keeping that line to the rune from getting anywhere, and so it had to be Applebug to get that one in, and he answered that call perfectly in that one, but unfortunately not answering the call this time.
Already going to get sent away is Applebug. Power play coming out here. Will Fudgy Waffles be able to connect with top of me? There it is. Fiery Flurry able to come out here. And there is the cleanup to come through. Goats Esports takes the first set, Magic. And as we head to the Awakening screen, that first set can start to make a little bit of a difference in terms of the scaling for some of these champions, depending on what we're about to see.
Right, both of the Julias are going to be up first, but who gets what they want? At Heavy Impact is looking mighty juicy. Tempo Swing is obviously going to be the one that is the backup if you're on the side of... Oh, going for 1-2 punch instead. Probably the better choice at the end of the day, just to make sure you can secure those KOs very easily. But Heavy Impact is still quite a good choice, and one that you're very lucky to have if you're the other Julia in this scenario. Stacks going to Kai is also really important.
Other thing I want to notice that Fudgy Waffles gets Castellast as well. Increased speed buffs for the entire team. And so we'll look out for those sorts of things as well, and seeing if they're going to be able to control this core a little easier, find some more of those passing plays, and overall just be in better positions to win some of those strike wars.
Be in better positions. Unfortunately, that position was not good enough for members of Sundubu Strikers.
Well done in order to put that one away. One of the things I want to call out on there, Blue getting involved from the goal, using that strike shot more aggressively. Again, keeping that pressure up, keeping it mounting, and Sundubu Strikers right now cracking under pressure a little.
A little bit. Definitely gonna have to try and come up with something here. Have to try and use this rune to its fullest potential, but pairing it with the Julie is just gonna be so hard. Look at how they're teaming up on Applebug right now. Absolutely critical play from the members of Ghost Esports to just completely single out that player with all of their ults, all of their cooldowns. And Grimella's Banish just gets used on the core here, not going to be able to get anything. Applebug's finally up and getting a KO, but that was such a missed opportunity.
The other thing I'm looking at right now are the energy meters. Applemy almost to that core flip, now forced to use the dodge here. Meanwhile, was able to force those dodges out of both Reznok and Grimella earlier to make sure that that goal barrier was still standing. So while we're still, neither goal barrier has fallen, and we're heading now towards the later stages of this one. We're about to hit overtime again. That core going to start moving a little bit faster. And with already one of the members off screen, here it is now. Finally, this core barrier going to fall. Blue Flow looking to keep up the pressure here. Now Fudgy Waffles over to Applemy. Doesn't quite get the dash out in time in order to send that one back. But Reznok still setting this away beautifully. We'll see what comes this now. It looks like the offensive is starting to turn around. Grimella, nice pillar. That's able to secure the goal barrier. And now will they find the connection? Yes, they do. Applebug put the back.
You know what I think was actually a really important play was Applemy decided to try and use the Julie ult to try and stop the core from as Reznok's clear, and didn't end up landing it, and so didn't have it for that dash going towards the open goal, and wasn't able to secure the goal in that moment. And that's just a matter of using your cooldowns effectively and understanding when you need to go for what and not having what up. Applemy finally getting KO'd, but that's just such a turnaround play.
Now we'll see if they can try to keep up the pressure here, find a second goal. Grimella's banished, not going to come out here this time around, or will end up missing, unfortunately. But now, Grimella still looking for the pass down to Applebug, who is currently surrounded by all three members of Goats Esports. Appa is not getting this core anytime soon, and now the offensive pressure might start to turn around. Pillar comes out as well, tries to keep this forward here for Goats, but they still can't find the goal barrier. It just goes around the backside.
Uflo is just trying for his life to keep this thing alive. Applemy gets sent to the nether realms, and this cyclone might kill Gorilla, but not going to be able to. Finally gets the banish out, has the flip. There it is.
Finally, the connection comes in here as that goal barrier was down for so long. But also cheeky plays on the defensive side as well for that core to just slip right on the back side of that goal barrier. Great stuff back and forth, but now Sundubu starting to pull ahead in this set, looking for another goal here.
They desperately need this one, for being honest. They need to show to keep this momentum going. I feel like now that they have it, they need to just try and hold on to it as much as they can. Appleby sending out a flurry, not finding anyone. They really need to make something happen here.
Applemy able to take care of that goal barrier. Now Fudgy Waffles looking for the pass forward. Can't find it now. But again, you see Ruflu starting to move forward, starting to keep this pressure up. The pillars look like they're actually going to fall in the Goats' favor. And now another comes up as the core comes back online as well. Strike War, won by Fudgy Waffles away from the pillar, keeps the goal barrier alive right now. And the core flip comes through to tie up the set here. And this one's coming down to the wire as well.
It's so hard to play around those rune pillars, especially when they ping pong off each other like that on both sides. It just becomes such an unpredictable factor. And so you have to try and be playing a little bit further back than you might want to be because of how easily things can turn around. And speaking of turnaround, Appleby turning around Applebug there and getting that quick KO.
Looking to keep the pressure here on the barrier, but Red's not able to send it away. Finally, it's going to fall here, and now Grimella able to find the bandage on the core, and Applemy, who's immediately met with damage on the way back out. Applebug looking for the KO here, but now finally able to find it. Not before Applemy was able to do a little bit more harassing up there. That means that main scoring presence for Goats is not going to be online, despite the fact that they've got the goal barrier down. And all of a sudden, it might be another opportunity for Sundubu Strikers to move forward, but they're not able to capitalize on the power play now. Applebug finds the second KO, and now they're looking to try to pass forward here. Still not able to find the goal barrier.
I just don't like Grimella's positioning, if I'm being quite honest. Every time it seems like Applebug is trying to force this thing in, just never on the right spot exactly where Applebug can actually get a pass and do something useful with those rune pillars because they're probably off cooldown.
Overtime though, everyone up. Applemy still low. Now finally able to start healing past the crack mark. And now we see the Juliet start trading. Goal barrier finally falls. Open nets both sides. And now that bewitching beam comes out, but it doesn't connect with the core. Pillar comes out trying to keep this up forward, but doesn't happen now. And Grimella looking for the shot. That one will also get sent away. Trying to find the bounce off of the well here in the middle of the map, but still can't find the connection to the teammate on the other side of the pitch. Now Applebug might have an opportunity. No, punch goes wide of the core. still on a knife's edge. Reznok able to send it away just barely. Now Apami able to find the KO. There's the ultimate coming out, but can't secure it. Gramilla dashes forward and able to try to keep that one up, but now finally the goal comes through as Reznok was on the other side of the goal, and Goats Esports pull ahead with 2-0.
Yeah, I think it's damage management is really what's the key defining factor here. That rally could have gone either way, but what it came down to was when these players got KO'd and what they ended up doing to convert off of that. Gonna go to the trainings here, and prime time on Infinite, baby, is so huge for everyone. But
oh dear.
Oh dear. And especially, this is going to be really important for that damage management, is having these prime times, having that barrage up more consistently to keep things on the other side of the field so that the rune can do better, being more forward. You know, these kinds of things are going to really change how the game is played. This is going to be a very different looking set than what we just saw.
Interestingly, though, prime time for Apami, who I believe at some point was on like a 6 KO streak, and oh dear, Reznok barely saved that one. And actually able to find the KO there off the back in order to make sure that Apami doesn't start getting any of those prize fighter stacks anytime soon. Rune Pillar goes out here, causes a little bit of confusion. Again, beautiful stall for time right now, buying time for Apami to come back on. But now, Appabug in position, looking to try to find some knockouts towards the goal. Not able to put the core back, though, as the core just wasn't quite there in time. There it finally is, though. There's the punch to get a KO and the core to the back of the net. And the Sudobu Strikers trying to strike back again.
Yeah, look at how much more confidently they're posturing this time. Is it Ipom? Okay. Apom? Okay, I'm getting the info from on high.
Or bad.
My bad.
Oh, dear goodness. Another one goes back here for Goats Esports. It's a little bit of defensive scramble, it looked like, but again, all about trying to keep that pressure up.
So here we are, 1-1, right? And you have to be thinking, if you're on the side of Sudobu Strikers, you need to come up with something big. You need to come up with something huge. You need to start playing so much more aggressively and just trying to get some cheesy lines, trying to get some cheesy kills, and you need to start be really looking out for that. And if they're not in that mindset where they're trying to punish like some mild misplays on the side of Goats, they're not going to be able to find this goal barrier.
Tell you what, though, Reznok has come up with some goal line saves numerous times over. Both the goal barrier and the goal line itself. Because the pressure still is continuing to mount as Fudgy Waffles and Apami continue to find these connections. We'll see what comes out here as now about to get into overtime. No, Reznok doesn't find that save this time around, and Fudgy Waffles credited with the goal here. It's match point for Goats Esports despite how close this match has been so far.
If you're the Rune versus the Era in that situation, because the Julias are off tangoing with one another, you have to try and find a way to at least start passing with your goalie in some fashion or form. And that Era just completely took over that game. That's a goal barrier. This could be everything.
Oh.
The forward pillars from Blue Flu have just been immaculate.
Yeah. And it's a large part of the reason why that pressure was able to get kept up, right? That Rune also sometimes can act like that backup midfielder or something, right? With those pillars. The strike shot got involved there quite a bit as well. And then, of course, you've got those dashes as well that you can try to toy around with. So impressive stuff there for the team of Goats Esports. And hey, taking out this team in Sudobu Strikers, who's been a strong threat in a lot of these tournaments so far. They're able to take one game here and set themselves up for pretty solid success for the rest of the Swiss series.
Exactly. If you're coming out of this third round and you've got that record that's not like super good, but like still is putting you on threat of not getting out exactly where you want to be, that's going to be in your mind the entire time for the next like 3 sets that you play, right? Like having that security is going to be so nice for Goats Esports, and I'm expecting them with that performance to definitely move up and move on to the league. Sudobu Strikers has been a household name, so I expect them to bounce back, but it definitely puts a chip on their shoulder.
And worth saying and worth repeating that, of course, this is top 6 are able to move on to league
Yes.
play out of our 20-team Swiss stage. So there's a decent amount of wiggle room, and there might be some tiebreakers involved as well. But coming out with a 3-0 start and on top of that, able to get a win over this Sundubu Strikers team definitely starts to add up and starts to make you feel a little bit more confident. But of course, there are many routes to get back to one of those 6 qualifying spots for the rest of the day today.
Right, there's the chance to do the tie breaks, which I believe it's based on the 6th spot is going to, if people are tied in the 6th spot, they're going to go into a playoff, into like tiebreaker matches, instead of, you know, like depending on Swiss tiebreakers, which are shoddy at best and awful at worst. So that's going to be really hype if we get to that point, but at the same time, it's going to be kind of unfortunate for the players if all of a sudden you're in 8th place and you're thinking, oh goodness, we have to go 2 more matches if we want to make this league, which is going to be hype if they make it through. It makes for a great tournament, but it's something that you have to keep in mind. You're like, I just don't even want to get there. But if they have to take it, they have to take it.
Tell you what, though, we are cruising through this tournament.
Yeah, what time is it? Oh, it's only 7?
It is 7:18 on the East Coast, 4:18 on the West Coast. And that means we've been here for like an hour and 20 minutes of playtime so far, which is crazy that we've gotten the 3 matches of Omega Strikers in an hour and 20 minutes. That just sounds.
You know what you just did? You know what you just did?
I just did the TO math in my head.
No, okay, you did the commentator curse, is what you just did. Now we're screwed.
Yeah, we're gonna be stuck here waiting for like 20 minutes, aren't we?
There's gonna be like 5 loading bugs next round. I can't wait.
No, it's not even the loading bugs. It's like we're gonna have 4 matches go to 5 full
Oni
sets.
Village,
All
5
5
sets.
sets. But yeah. Stalled out for like 3 minutes per point. Doesn't even have anything to do with loading bugs. It just has to do with
just super long matches.
With
Atlas
the rest of the
Twin
matches
Drive.
on stream. Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
the worst. The woat.
You wanted to score, but then God said, Atlas Twin Drive. Good luck playing, idiots.
No, I if that is what it takes for me to make me quit Omega Strikers, I'm strong enough, but I don't think I could do it in tournament. Not against the tournament level goalie. Could you imagine trying to score on a tournament level goalie just on Oni Village with an like?
Magic. I can't imagine it because I'm in silver, and I haven't played the game for 2 weeks.
Wow.
So
I'm clapping.
I can't imagine actually.
Look at this guy. Look at this. Look at this jabroni.
Fake fan, really.
For real. You were so hype. You were so hype.
I was.
You really
and
were.
I still am. Hyrule just needs saving, okay? There are priorities.
Priorities. What are those? I definitely don't spend like every possible hour late into the night trying to queue Omega Strikers. What are those?
Yeah, not you.
Definitely not. Who could have thought?
You came home from work last night. You joined VC at like 1 in the morning, and you're like, "Do I queue?" And all of us are like, and you also say that you have to work at 10:30.
Yes.
And all of us in VC were like, "No, you don't queue." Or actually, no, not all of us, but I was definitely like, "No, you don't queue. You go to bed."
Yeah, and then I won 2 sets, and then I won 2 matches.
You queued and you won 2 matches.
I'm just saying.
But you
yes,
stopped
exactly.
After that.
You stopped
and then
the
you
dub.
proceeded to stay awake for another hour and a half.
I still got here in the end. I'm still here, commentating Omega Strikers with all of you.
Yeah. I'm still standing. Yeah.
You are standing, aren't you? Right, because you have a standing
you're
desk.
the one that's standing.
No,
I'm
you're
actually
the one
not
that's
standing right now, though. Maybe
What?
I should be.
I
I didn't stand up today.
Really? Can we get
I
an
did-
8-bomb post interview? I'm down for that.
I'm down. I'll say their name incorrectly just for the laughs to their face.
Oh, it's like napalm. Duh.
Uh,
That makes so much more sense. That,
Yeah.
yeah.
We'll learn people's names eventually.
We just have to do this enough. You have to actually,
Yeah.
give a crap.
Oh, okay. Hang on. Excuse you. I do care. Just Hyrule needs saving. I need to find Princess Zelda, Magic.
A palmy? Hold on. No. I
Calling. Okay, now we just need to get them in here so that they can actually tell us how to pronounce their name.
like, please.
Hey, look who it is. Welcome, you're live.
Hello.
Hello, how's it going?
My it is a palmy.
A palmy.
Yeah.
That is
I'm
like
gonna be
we
honest.
never got that.
Yeah.
Never would have gotten that.
Sorry when you go watch that back.
It is
Uh,
okay.
How's it feel to come off the win for that one?
Good. It feels good to know that like our practice has paid off. You know, I came over from East Coast from Wake Forest Strikers. Now we're here, kind of last minute grouped up with Fudgy and Blue, and it's been super fun. We've got good chem. I really like it. I'm really happy. It feels good.
Awesome.
How did you how are you able to break down Reznok? Because Reznok was having some crazy clears this game.
He absolutely was. That was rough trying to. I was just not winning my fisties against him. So the whole idea was just we keep it down there till I get right click as Julie, or we don't leave him with an option. That was kind of the approach to that, which worked out in the end. But it made it really tough. He was playing very well.
Yeah.
Good. It was close. It was very. Those first two sets, 2-2, were very intense. To say the least.
That's what I was just about to say, is that the one point that I did start standing was on goal 5 of the first set, where I started standing up and started, bringing my microphone, because that was a heart racer to start off our casting block on. So you're 3-0 right now, 3 more matches to play.
Yep.
What do you think your chances are here, or how confident you feeling to qualify for the league? It's top 6 move on. And then how confident do you think you'll be in kind of this preview setting where you might get to play against some of the opponents you'll be facing off against in the league itself?
So I think we got pretty good odds getting top 6. I know we were seeded number 4, and I know Gumi talked about it too, of where he has us at seeded number 2 for this. So I'm feeling pretty good about us making it in to top 6, and then for actually in the league, I guess our goal here of playing against teams like I'm pretty confident Kilia's team will make it in the qual too. I'm like absolutely. So it's gonna be good to like have them play against them, see how they feel, what are they kind of running. And I know my Juliet has been banned every single game so far, which I kind of expected and what we worked on. So I'm kind of curious how that's gonna go like in the league when people have more time to kind of develop strategies, work against certain teams, how they kind of come up with that. I'm really excited to see how it goes.
I think right now, you're probably going up against Kilius' team like next, which we probably won't have on stream, but I'm curious how that's gonna go. Is there anyone that in particular that you are looking out for, rooting for in this tournament?
Ooh, first the first team I was rooting for, I don't know if they'll make it, was Honolulu Hoedown. Love the name, absolutely wonderful. And the other team that I was kind of looking out for and was hoping would possibly make it was Yoshi's. He's super chill to talk to, really like laid back, kind of has a different approach to streaming this game, where it like less intense, which I really like. So I'd love to be able to like play with him more. But those are the main 2 I was really rooting for.
Cool.
Thank you so much for being on and for doing this very quick scuffed interview.
Well,
Well,
quick,
thank you guys for casting.
we'll give you the platform to talk, because I'm sure Gravity and Gumi were saying some things earlier, but I like had them muted sometimes and half unmuted sometimes because you can never take so much of what they say super seriously. But I'm sure
Yeah.
they were talking some smack, so I'll give you the opportunity to do it here if you want to. You got anything to say back to them? Sitting on their high horses.
Gumi, I worked on my shot placement. He'll
Okay.
know. He'll know. He'll know.
He'll know. He'll know. All right. Sounds good.
Alrighty.
Well, thanks for
Well, thank
joining.
you so
Best of luck
much.
in the rest of your games today.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too. That was, I'm going to say it wrong. I feel like I'm going to say this wrong again. That was a Palmy.
Oh, you got
right?
it. You got it.
I got it. Okay. I'm terrible with names in the first
We're
place.
so
I'm
back.
terrible with names and faces. I'm terrible with names. I'm terrible with pronunciations. I'm just terrible in general, actually, is what it boils down to. Palmy from Goats Esports, looking to qualify for the league after going 3-0 in Swiss. Next up, we're going to be watching Oxygen Overdrive versus the Aesop's Little PogChamps team.
Oh.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, what a heartwarming little thought. Sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, everybody loves
world?
Aesop, right?
Everybody loves Aesop.
Right? He gets
Yes.
his own little PogChamps.
Woohoo! So yeah, of course we saw Aesop's team. Do I want to say Aesop's team or PogChamps? Well, it's not Aesop's team because Aesop's team would be spreading misinformation on the internet.
Right,
It's
yeah,
Aesop's
yeah,
not
yeah.
playing.
Aesop's team is
Um,
literally just, Odyssey Interactive. I think
Right.
is how that works.
We saw them earlier, Geek Gunner and LolJSS, aka Schneider. A bunch of players that have been around for a long bleeping time in alphas for this game. Going up against Oxygen Overdrive here, which is a team of Snake. It's Snake, Naka, and I don't actually know who their third is out of the Kiliast. Okay.
Kiliast.
Um,
We're working on the names. He's getting there.
We're working on the names. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. By the end of the league, I'm sure I'll get it. Copium. But all right. We're going to be getting this one in just a little bit. Again, this is round 4, and both of our teams right now have records of
3-0.
3-0. So the winner here will be advancing, and we are already getting into striker select here. And let's get into this. What do you see right off the bat here, Magic?
We got Super Surge, we got Prize Fighter. So both good options for midfielders and for the brawlers that they're going to be picking. It's going to be interesting to see which goalie decides to go with what. I believe Geek is hovering the Drek, especially on Night Market, is a good pick, right? To combo with the mid speed boost and, or to just get a couple more KOs. Good options. On the other side, we are seeing a mirror match except for the goalie, which is going to be the Kai, which I think is also understandable. The Super Surge boosting that secondary to make sure you can go super fast.
Well, we'll see what happens here. We're getting ready on Night Market for our 4th round of the day. We'll see what comes to this here is you're already seeing the Eras put in some significant amount of work boosting up their teammates and starting to get these members a little bit more in position.
Nice Bewitching Beam from Naka there. That was really solid. Unfortunately, that positioning is going to lend him into the blast zone. And already we're starting to see some good level 2s out from the side of Aesop's Little PogChamps, which is very important to get those 2s early, get those ults online, and keeping Naka down for the time being to make sure those Cyclones do not get out and start getting out of control is really important, because as good as Drek is not going to be able to dodge them as well, is not going to have that long-range pressure that Kiliast will have on that Kai.
You're already perhaps starting to see if some of that pressure can start to mount, but a beautiful Cyclone comes out of Gunner to send one of the members off of the screen, and now Core flips in front of the net to secure the second goal barrier down here, and now the PogChamps, all they have to do is find this one, and Schneider Core flips it in front of the net to send the first goal in.
Really clean play, and like I said, just getting that 2 online early, getting that setup with the Cyclone, just knowing exactly where to place that's going to be the really, really minor differences that are going to send this one to not probably a close set, but also gonna make sure that it edges out in Aesop's Little Pogjam's favor. That was just a beautiful double KO, though.
Beautiful double KO. The goal barriers both fall as it bounces off of the split barrier there, and that's another one to the back of the net here for the Pogjams.
I mean, that's just what do you expect? It's Julie. It's KOing.
Right.
You can't go to the
Julie.
side of the map. Like we're talking fundies here.
And if there's anyone who has a lot of experience talking about KOing people on the side of the map as Julie, it's probably Schneider, who's been doing it for like 2 years at this point. But in any event, goal barriers here starting to fall here, and Oxygen Overdrive might be looking for the comeback here. Snake able to slip that one right by Geek, who just didn't have all the resources to send that core back.
Yeah, no, it looks like just a couple of nice turnarounds from Snake. Really, those slick kicks coming into effect and just turning that thing around as quickly as possible. Actually, I don't know if he's wearing slick kicks. I might be trolling, but it looked like it.
Schneider had almost another double KO there for a moment, but health bars weren't quite low enough. Now it's Snake in aggressive positioning. Cracks gonna get sent back the other way. Not before some goal barriers here fall out of Oxygen Overdrive, and already starting to see a lot of these passing plays come out. Schneider continuing to bully a lot of these other members around, and now all they've got to do is try to find the connection here on the open net. Can't quite seem to find it. Schneider trying to pass it back up to Gunner. Keeps that speed boost alive, trying to keep the pressure mounted here. And the bewitching beam at max range will put that one away. And the first set going to go over to Aesop's Little Pogjams.
Seems like it was really just the strike wars that were being won there. It wasn't a matter of KOing. Like Snake was putting out good damage to equalize with Schneider, but really at the end of the day, it was just they couldn't get the core away from their side of the goal, and eventually they're just gonna run out of cooldowns and resources. This is a really interesting carousel, if I'm being honest, and I'm not sure who's gonna pick what. If Monumental falls to Gunner, though, this is gonna be very hard to come back from.
It has, and the only consolation prize that you're going to have for the other era is Twin Drive here. So having the ability to, speed boost your opponents a little nicer, but Era would like to have a lot else, I think, here. So we'll see what happens here. But you mentioned the Monumentalist here on Gunner's era. We've seen that Cyclone be incredibly impactful already, and now you see how impactful it's going to be when it clears out nearly like a third of the stage.
Exactly. Like it can just create so much area denial, which I think is something that people aren't exactly like used to talking about in terms of Omega Strikers, but making sure to clear out an area and prevent people from really dancing around where they want to is so important. As speaking of dancing around where they don't want to, that was just a nice KO.
Nice KO comes out here, trying to keep the pressure up. There's a second goal barrier down. Now Gunner sends it back forward to Schneider. Can't quite seem to find the connection now. And Snake is back up, trying to displace Schneider and get them out of here. But starting to see some of this come forward, but no, just in the blink of an eye, it goes back the other direction. Schneider still in position to send that core into the opponent's net.
And he seemed a little bit like far away, but because Kilius was out a little bit too far, he got stunned. And that's really the struggle with going up against that dash punch score, is that you need to either like keep your distance and send it away, because if you get stunned, like you're screwed, quite frankly. Snake getting a massive pick on the Gunner, actually, that could really turn things around, and you already see getting a lot of pressure onto these goal barriers.
But now Snake, incredibly low on health, is going to get knocked and sent around a little bit, then going to have to go elusive for a moment. Giga Blast coming forward, again, trying to keep this pressure here. One of the things that the Kai really wants to try to do, keep that core on the opponent's side of the pitch, but now goes back the other direction. Gunner tries to keep it up here as Juliet's continue trading on the top. Naka core flips. Not going to get so much value out of that for now. But again, very neutral here, each with one goal barrier alive.
I think that they really just needed to commit to killing Snake there. Like, they did not get that KO, and JSS was really trying to get the KO constantly for a long time, and because of that, Snake's able to come back, KO that era, and this is a goal barrier down.
We are. Oh, overtime, power play also on the pitch. The Cyclone doesn't connect with the core. There it is, just slips by in the corner once more. And Oxygen Overdrive really pushed Aesop's Little Pogjams to the limit there, but ultimately was able to finally get that goal.
And like I was saying, like it's just about decision making in that moment. Gunnar was dancing around with the core, trying to get that gold barrier, while Snake was distracted and JSS was trying to go for the kill. You just need to go for one or the other because they split their resources a bit too much.
All right, now will they be able to keep going for this? Snake dashes forward, looking for Gunnar there, takes down to about half health now, as one gold barrier already falls for Oxygen Overdrive. You see Kilius trying to keep the barrages out, trying to keep that core as far away as possible, afraid of getting stuffed by some of these tools that his opponents have at his disposal. And now we're starting to see this kind of neutral out here. It feels like Oxygen Overdrive might have found a little something here, although I say that Schneider now on a 4 KO streak, gonna knock Snake out for the time being, and all of a sudden any offensive pressure they might have had goes away with the adrenaline rush that was procced, not able to find the goal barrier here. Now Gunnar looking to try to keep the pressure up, has to dodge, afraid of getting cracked here. We're still neutral, and finally we've hit overtime.
You're out of breath. I'm sorry. I'll go now. They did a wonderful job stalling, knocking Kilius. Like, that is how you stall for a KO'd teammate. You just need to just put it out, just get it to the other side of the field, try and sneak it by, and eventually it's going to end up working out. You're going to be able to keep this one away, and they're going to do it again, probably, which is even more impressive that they're able to do this twice in a row. Coming out is the speed boost, and Snake is back, and this time they might have an answer to JSS KOs.
What a core flip there, too, by the way. Dodging the JSS core flip there, or the dash punch, excuse me. But now, again, this is just back and forth. Someone's going to try to find a KO here and try to keep up this power play. Looking like Snake is the one that's rather low. Dash punches, not able to find it. And there's this final goal barrier, able to get broken here. Will Gunnar and JSS be able to find the connection? No. A beautiful Cyclone comes out of Naka in order to prevent that from happening. And now the Cyclone back the other direction, and that Monumentalist see it trying to keep up the pressure, but it's still sent away here from the members of Oxygen Overdrive. The barrage comes out once more, but there's the dash punch. The Kai goes to the back of the net, and soon to follow is the core. Finally, it finds it, and there's the goal over to Aesop's little pog jams.
And they do such a good job of managing cooldowns and elusives, right? And baiting them out so that people can get into better positions and make better plays. This is the kind of teamwork around KOing that is going to start probably becoming meta sooner rather than later, just because of how powerful it can be if you can just time your cooldowns correctly with your teammates.
It's going to be all about that teamwork and synergy, just as it is in any game. Rather, really, you think about it, in any competitive environment, it ultimately comes down to that teamwork and being able to synergize with your teammates. But now, 30 seconds left on this point here, and again, you have to imagine Oxygen Overdrive really wants to keep this set close, really wants to get better positioning on the next carousel at bare minimum, and there's the core flip committed for the barrier. Snake's in position and wins the strike war versus Geek.
Holy cow! Naka was playing out of mind there, right? Like, just being able to keep that around, getting it right into Snake, right into the position where he needed to get it, that was fantastic pass plays, and it was set up because of a great core flip from Snake. Like, that is how you work together with your forward to make something beautiful happen. And another beautiful dash punch from Snake, and I think that he's finally found some of his rhythm.
Dash punch out. Snake now rather cracked. Bewitching Beam trying to find this second goal barrier here. It's Naka trying to dribble to themselves, not able to find it now. And now we're going to see that strike shot, able to send this one back away. Core going to start dying here. Now JSS, 6 KO streak. The adrenaline rush is out once again, trying to get in position here for the core. But it doesn't come forward fast enough here. Knocking Kilius, again, doing what Oxygen Overdrive has been doing this whole time, stalling out some of these power plays. But finally, that goal barrier will fall. Now Geek starting to get a little bit more forward here. Has the core flip at the ready, trying to bounce it away, trying to find Schneider here. Doesn't find it. That Cyclone comes out once again, but it doesn't keep up the pressure because there's still the wall of members of Oxygen Overdrive. Kilius now sends this one back, but now it's over to low JSS. Still has core flip at his disposal as well on this Kai. Finally burns it. We're in overtime now. There's the Bewitching Beam though. And that's going to get sent back by Gunnar. Aesop's little PogChamps now up 2-0.
They were just doing so much of a better job managing the clears than Oxygen was doing it. Like, trying to get those clears to happen to the other teammates. It felt like they were core chasing just a little bit, right? And JSS was there on the other side. Geek was there on the bottom side to keep it from pushing forward. And when you have that amount of pressure and that amount of coordination, and you have that iron wall, you need to have some kind of spacing, and they just weren't ready to adjust to it.
Okay, Magic, I'm confused. I was convinced that one of these arrows would pick up Timeless Creator, and neither of them did?
Well, one already has Monumentalist. I don't know about the other one. I don't know what the other one's thinking, but like one of them already does.
But wouldn't you want your Cyclone to take up from a third of the map to go half the map?
So I think that Naka's decision making here is that you really want to get more Bewitching Beams out. Unfortunately, you're not going to be able to if you're dead. But the idea is to try and stop Julie from KOing you. You can see where that plan fails.
The 8 KO streak for Lil JSS, the adrenaline rush comes through, and you cannot go up against a double power play against this team that's been able to find themselves on some of those passing plays all around. You think the stagger swagger here as well for JSS there on the Juliet, gonna make it even harder to KO him, who is still gone on this KO streak of now 8 in a row.
It's really it's going to be up to Naka bewitching Schneider as much as possible and not getting hit by those ultimates. Like, that is going to be the deciding factor, because they've just been matching up every single time, and it seems like Naka just cannot handle the pressure.
You see it now, the matchups coming through. Now Giga Blast onto JSS, about half health now, but that Cyclone stalls out for time here for the PogChamps. Looking to try to keep up the pressure here. Now Snake looking for the second barrier. Naka trying to get it back up to them, but not able to find it. There is the energy burst used to actually stagger Snake, who is now knocked around and now knocked off of the map. It's a power play now for Aesop's little PogChamps. Here comes the Cyclone looking to clear out time for the second barrier, but the Giga Blast comes through to barely save it. No, it'll ultimately fall. JSS looks for the dash punch to secure the goal, but know that it gets sent away by the barrage here. And once again, the defense is holding pretty well for Auction Overdrive, but there's the core flip, sending a powerful shot to the top corner, and now it's match point for Aesop's little PogChamps.
You can see Kilius is trying to do as much as possible, but unfortunately just could not clear those wide angles. Able to push it away before Schneider gets that dash punch in, which is exactly how you counterplay it, but they were just so patient, waiting for that core flip, waiting for the opportunity, and Gunner is just completely nullifying Snake here.
JSS again, pressure tries to keep up here. Looking for this one, switching perspectives now as we get Geek's perspective from the gold net. Not that individual POVs are going to be incredibly useful on Omega Strikers, but hey, never know here. Geek starting to go forward. Now starting to see Snake keep up the pressure a little bit more. Now knocked down to rather low health. Naka looks for the pass, but not able to find it because Snake is busy retreating, trying to prevent getting KO'd once more by Schneider, because the second one of these members gets KO'd, it'll be a continuing snowball for Aesop's little PogChamps. Now, looking for the second barrier. Naka again trying to go up the Snake, but once again staggered here, and now is going to be cracked. Finally, the second barrier will fall nonetheless. Naka still looking for the pass, but Achilles stalling out here, just trying to buy some time for Snake to stay alive, who is just dodging everything. Looks for the dash punch, no. Doesn't connect with the core now. Bewitching Beam comes out. Will they be able to find it out of the corner? The Giga Blast goes slightly wide, and we're still in overtime. It's still an open net, but hold on, momentum's going back the other way. Oh my goodness, so close now as the second barrier is going to fall to that Cyclone. Snake trying to come back and get in position. Core flip comes out of Naka, forced to commit to just clear it away from the net.
They had one opportunity and they missed it. They missed it. Oh, there was a really good opportunity for them to finally get past Geek, and they just could not manage, and they turned it around because of such good, consistent play from Aesop's PogChamps. Holy cow. The amount of passing, the amount of just stability that Geek was able to put out with those projectiles, with that strike shot, they just could never manage to get past in a way that mattered. And then when they did, Oxygen Overdrive could not seal the deal. Just a couple of missed abilities, a couple of missed opportunities, and that was it.
Geek credited with the in-game MVP there as well at the end of the game. And again, all three of those players on ASAP's Little Pog Champs, we're not kidding you when they say they've played the game for 2 years. And I imagine having a little bit more of that composure, a little bit more of that wherewithal, especially in some of these more tense environments, right? As things get forward, you'll see that composure start to really pick up. So hats off there. But hey, look, we talked about it multiple times. Auction Overdrive was holding their own for a decent part of that. But again, as you were talking about Magic, it was just some of those missed opportunities. Couldn't quite seem to find it towards the back of the net. A lot of their defenses were holding up rather strong.
Right, exactly. Whereas the defense on the other side just wasn't quite there, wasn't quite what it needed to be. And it's so hard on Night Market specifically to try and manage around, especially when you only have one barrier. Right, it's so hard to manage, like trying to pass it down if it's up in that corner where they're just ping-ponging, like, it's so hard to get it to the other side of the field, and that's really where I think that they lost a lot of their opportunities, right? Defensive opportunities where they ended up just eventually crumbling. It's so hard to manage, and I know I personally have not been able to really crack the code on that.
All right, well, that'll do it from Magic and I. So hope you all enjoy the show. I promise we'll start learning people's names and actually how to pronounce things soon enough. Or at least on my end. Magic probably knows people better than I do. And hey, I'm sure hopefully we'll be able to see you all around as the league starts next week. Like
next week! NASL, baby! It's a very soon time for these players to fight for $6,000 worth of prizing.
But all right, that'll do it from us. Magic, any major shoutouts?
I want to shout out the people who are dealing with the loading bugs and stuff that are Sai and Kayachi. Thank you so much for doing this and for being around and for putting this on, because it is awesome to see and it's awesome to be a part of.
Shoutouts for the Odie folks as well that have been around and responsive like all day today.
Yeah, like literally today. Match chat on Discord. Like what?
So shoutouts there. The community is sweet and can't wait to see where the rest of this goes, folks. That'll do it from us. Don't go anywhere. There are still 2 more rounds of the Swiss stage, as well as any potential tiebreakers that are soon to follow. But we're handing it over to Borg and Kino to round out the evening. Take care, everyone, and we'll see you on the other side of this break.
don't understand what's going on here. I don't understand what's going on here.
Okay. Hello,
Alright,
hello,
we are
everybody.
Hello, how's it going?
Pretty good, pretty good. We've just enjoyed some pretty high-level games, I think. I mean, it was a bit of a stomp with a little bit of a 3-0 there, but I actually thought that was pretty close. I think Snake and Naka definitely played pretty well, but I guess the Alpha Boys were just a little bit too much.
Yeah, I mean, playing the game for 2 years is definitely, at this point, that's definitely a lot. But we are here. We have some more Hype Omega Strikers coming up next. I'm Kino. I'm being joined with Mr. Omega Strikers Grand Expert Borg here.
That is what they call me.
That's what they all. I've seen it everywhere. Yeah, it's confusing because your nickname is longer than your actual name, but they just insist on calling you that. So.
I mean, yeah, it's whatever. What can you do when you're just that good of a player? Currently ranked 15, no
Exactly.
big deal. But here to
Pretty
provide
good.
some expert analysis on these next upcoming games. We're gonna see who we're actually casting next. I think they're still going on with round 4, I believe. So
Yep.
we're just
We just
waiting on
finished
one
that up.
game right now. Yeah, we're waiting on one game right now, and that should be almost done. Let me see.
But of course, while we're waiting, everyone in the stream, feel free to share it out, get some more people in here, get more people enjoying the hype action that is Omega. What genre would you call this game? How would you classify this as?
A genre?
Yeah.
Well, Odyssey calls it a foot brawler, and then a
Well,
lot
a
of people
foot brawler,
don't
okay.
like it when a lot of people like to say
covered.
like Rocket League of Legends or anime air hockey. I don't know. I mean,
I like anime air hockey. I don't like Rocket League of
yeah.
Legends. I'm not a fan of that one.
I don't like Rocket League of
Anime
Legends
air hockey's kinda
because who likes League of Legends? Am I right, guys? Like, it's whatever.
Exactly.
But
Exactly.
I just kind of explained the game. I mean, I don't know. Anime air
It
hockey is okay. I don't know. I really don't care
It's-
too much.
It's definitely a very unique game, which is cool. It's cool. It's nice seeing fresh ideas coming out every
Very
now and
fast
then.
paced, very
Super fast paced.
very exciting, if I'm being honest with you. I
Mhm.
mean, I don't know about you guys, but I always have a blast when I play, except after 1 a.m. because we do not play after 1 a.m. Let me just
that's
get that
when
straight.
That's when I hop on. That's when I start playing.
I mean,
no wonder.
that's just the demon hours, and
Demon hours, real demon hours.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not from the West Coast personally. I know this is a West Coast qualifier, so I might, maybe this is the wrong place for me, but
Well, I'm
I'm a
East Coast
little
as well,
biased.
so these West Coasters are gonna have to deal with this double East Coast commentary for
yeah,
for
I might
these
be a
last
little bit
couple of
biased
Smith
against
rounds.
them, a little bit more tough on some of the players.
Yeah. You're gonna be biased
yeah.
against both teams. That's
I'm gonna be
that's
biased
technically
against
not being
both
biased,
teams
though,
here.
right? Yeah. If
I
you're biased
guess
against
so. I
both
think
teams,
it
you're
does
actually
cancel out.
you're straight down the middle.
It might cancel
Complete-
out, yeah.
Exactly.
See, 3v3, ball, goal, fast, just no cars. That's a pretty good way to explain it, I think. He's a coach for a reason, ladies and
That's
gentlemen.
not
Okay.
We have coming up. That was a really long name. We got J Angels with a shotgun versus Honolulu
Oh, boys.
Hoedown.
Okay. Let me look at the teams here.
So we got J7ang or J-Ang. I'm not sure how that's going to be pronounced.
J-Tang.
J-Tang. Okay, gotcha. J-Tang.
The goat
Yoshi
of Juno
Yoshi
goalie
and
himself.
Fiery. Well, let's see. Maybe Fiery's a sub because I think Fiery competed in.
I believe
East
Fiery's the
Coast, right?
sub. Yes, I believe he
Okay.
is the sub.
Gotcha. And
Let's see.
Storm is the other player.
Yeah, so the team that should be, I mean, personally, I think J Tang's Angels with a shotgun. That's quite the name, by the way. But
Yeah.
they should take this. I mean, it should be pretty convincing. I don't really see them losing. I'm not quite sure who some of the other players are on the Honolulu Hoedown, but hey, they've gotten 2 wins so far, so they definitely
Yeah, they're 2-2.
They got something in them. They got some fight in them.
And do we know what you need your record to be in order to hit top 6 in order to qualify? I'd imagine probably like 4-2. Okay, I was thinking it was probably 4-2.
Yeah, I believe. Yeah, like kind of what you're saying. I think it's 4-2, and then there might be tiebreakers at the end. But if you have
Right,
5, then if you have 5, then you make it for sure.
Oh yeah,
And
absolutely.
then I believe there's the tiebreakers if you're 4-2, or it's gonna be based on the tiebreaker rules.
Right. Well, right now
Which
we have 2
yeah.
teams that are so far undefeated. We have ASOP's Pog Champs, aka Geeks team, and Goats Esports. Both teams 4-0 right now. So
Yeah, that
they'll
game's
probably
probably gonna
match
be a
up against each
banger.
other though. Yeah, they'll probably be. Mhm.
I think Geek Gunner and JSS, just based on how they played against Oxygen Overdrive, I mean, guys, I'm gonna say I don't think they're rusty. They played they're a little scary.
They're looking pretty good. Yeah, they're looking.
JSS was looking
pretty
like
strong.
Beta Juliet there. It didn't even look like. I mean, he's just the character is pretty broken right now. So I see no reason why he shouldn't be smurfing on everyone. But man, I mean, they were just. I guess that helps playing together for 2 years. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, definitely. I mean, having that much time on your competition in any type of game is going to put you at significant advantage.
But you can't sleep on Goats Esports, you know? I mean, they're 4-0 for a reason.
Yeah,
Fudgy
they're the
Waffles,
other
Blue
4-0
Foo,
team.
Apalm. I mean,
Well,
Apalm,
one of them-
like, he's the MVP, as I think he was in one of his games that we watched, and then he's just been smurfing it in solo queue. I mean, I'm pretty sure he is currently pretty high rank as well. I've been playing against him a lot in solo queue. So I'm not surprised. He is currently ranked 21 NA, so he's been popping
Nice,
off. He's
nice.
kind of the GOAT.
Well, it looks, I believe, since they're the only 2 teams that are 4, they should be facing off against each other in this next round off stream. So we'll see how that goes. But first, we have our stream match. We are on Amy's app,
Okay.
and let's see what the picks and bans are.
No loading bug this time, guys.
Yoshi hovering the Zentaro, which I think is pretty interesting. Not a Storm Surge opening this time like we saw before, and we're gonna see a Kai ban from Storm and Yoshi's team and J Tang's team.
Sounds good.
Yep.
Yeah, a bit of a Trolls and Taro ban here. I don't know who they're scared of, to be honest with you, but I like the respect on it. I'm not sure if Zentaro is really worth banning in this day and age right now, but we'll take it. They might be scared. Maybe they've been a little bit traumatized from solo queue. We'll say that.
Maybe. We have X Amy Juno against oh, there we go. Okay, against another Juno, Rasmus, and that's a cool skin. I don't think I've seen that skin before actually.
Which one? Amy?
No, on the Atlas.
Oh, the Atlas skin. So the Atlas skin it is very infamous right now because you cannot tell the difference between his expanse and his ultimate. But okay, barrier's already down. J-Tang just not holding it down right now, but we'll see if they can recover. Seems like they're keeping up the mid pressure right now.
Yep, both goals open.
Wow.
He just clicked. Nothing fancy, just click forwards and it goes in.
Well, both teams had a little bit of an oopsie there, so hopefully that was just a warm-up round for each of them. We'll kind of see how this plays out, but yeah, nothing too crazy there, just a couple oopsies.
I'm noticing we're seeing Juno goalie, which is definitely not a bad pick, but it's not a pick we see super often. We've seen a lot
Juno
more
goalie,
Atlas, a lot more Kai. Obviously, Amy's very strong.
Oh,
Another
okay.
goal
and
just like that.
Yeah, Yoshi kind of smurfing with that X primary right there. Just caught the end of it right there just to get into that back corner. But yeah, like you were saying with the Juno goalie, I mean, very, very, it's very controversial right now. A lot of people think it's pretty useless, including myself, to be honest with you. But I think it has its uses in some maps. I don't know. It just seems a little bit of a cope pick to me. Pretty C tier, in my opinion.
It's usually because I don't, if I recall, I feel like bans were so long ago. The opposing team did not ban a goalie, right? So J-Tank kind of had their free pick of who they wanted and chose Juno.
So J-Tang is a bit of a Juno goalie specialist, as we can see there with him missing his jump and core flip there a little bit. Like I said, I think these teams are definitely, maybe they're a little tired from these 4 games they played, but it seems like a lot of miscommunication, a lot of openings. Oh, and the Juno KO right in the beginning. Or was that from Erasmus? I could not see that, actually. That might have been Erasmus hook.
Oh, maybe. I didn't, it all happened so fast. But so far, I mean, goals open again on right side. J-Tang doing a good job defending their barrier right now. She's trying to push in. Core's back on.
Erasmus is doing good. Oh, and the core
side.
flip. And they get the barrier. No barriers.
Oh, a nice interruption right there from Honolulu's Juno. And
That was
that's
actually a really good play. No, this is a lot closer than I thought. No, I'm actually pretty happy with this game so far. It's a couple oopsies, but I mean, overall, it's... Protagify, I haven't seen that guy, but I mean, he's been playing pretty well. He's kind of diffing a little bit right now in the midfield.
And you know who's on the Juno? I can't tell because it just says Juno on their name on top of them. If they're in streamer mode or something.
It should be Elkies on Juno, and then J-Tang is the other Juno. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I see J-Tang is. Go switch to switches right away.
Okay. Well, they're a man down right now, so hopefully they can spread out, get a pass, and they get the barrier. Okay. Now they just have to get the goal in, but it is an even field right now. No power play anymore. Ooh, and he squeezes it in top bins.
All right, Honolulu.
Storm TFT and Z Yoshi Yoshi. I mean, proving to be, I guess, the better forward duo right now, but that was pretty close. That was honestly really close.
It seemed like J-Tank's team had a bit of an advantage, in the first half of that set, but Honolulu able to keep it close and close out the set just at the very end.
Yeah, they actually played midfield pretty good with that Rasmus hook kill, and I believe it was the 3rd round with that quick kill, and then they got the barrier right away. So, I mean, I think they definitely have a chance. Rasmus is pretty good on this map. Oh, these drafts. Okay.
Yeah,
so Juno gets quick strikes.
And X with a cast to last. When he comes to town, he is staying in town. He's getting a hotel. Scary. He's gonna be there for a while.
He also has Chrono Boost from the start as well, so he's going to be ulting for a good, let's say, 5.5 seconds. Ooh. But he doesn't have quick strikes, so it's not going to be too impactful, but we'll have to see how he can use it. Misses the Rasmus hook, and he gets the barrier anyway, so no barriers again. Oh, and the list kill with the primary. See if J-Tank can hold it down here.
It's a quick clear. All right.
Okay, oh, he jumps forward. Oh,
J-Tank coming out, though. I like that a lot. J-Tank
Yoshi hits it in.
Keeping the pressure on a Honolulu side of the field. Court. I don't know if we decided last week that was going to be court, arena, field, but anyways, I like the decision to come out there, keep the pressure up, and convert that into a goal.
Yeah, he uses the Chrono Boost, actually, so he can jump even further than where you honestly should, and just keeps it on offense there, so that's actually pretty good. But Z Yoshi just putting it in, just with that dash. Really good. Oh, but the Atlas with the Expanse KO. He's a brawler, ladies and gentlemen. That's 2 kills on the Atlas so far, and he gets the barrier. This is their chance to score here. Bottom corner, boom.
Perfect geometry right there from that entire team with Elgies knocking down the barrier and Protagify just able to send it in.
That was actually pretty clinical. Yeah, the pass, or the barrier into the pass, straight into the bottom shelf. I mean, oh, and the kill immediately. This is their chance.
They're seeing a lot of really early, round start KOs this match.
That's pretty much Amy Zapp in a nutshell.
Yeah.
If you can avoid getting KO'd in the first, let's say, 10 seconds, usually you're pretty golden. Oh, and a KO right back. Now it's J-Tang's Angels with the advantage.
Oh,
but he gets the barrier.
Yeah, gets the barrier. J-Tang not able to get back in time to stop it after jumping to the other side of the field.
That is the risk with jumping across the field, as we were kind of talking about earlier. It's good, but it can also be a little bit bad. Oh, but X just presses ultimate. Let's see if they can get it back up to him before it runs out. It doesn't look like it. But he got the damage out, so we'll have to see. It's close. Oh,
Deflect. We got a 1v1.
What a
J-Tang able to
save.
save.
Oh, what a
Nice.
goal. That was really, really, really good. Yeah, he used his primary on the X there to actually redirect it off of the wall after Atlas hit the strike and just insta-strike again afterwards. So yeah, Atlas just couldn't keep up there. I think he was out of abilities.
Yeah, definitely. Probably didn't have Expanse up at that point.
Okay, well, new round. They get the barrier immediately. I mean, the Juno Rasmus is a pretty strong midfield comp, so I wouldn't be surprised to see him kind of keep this game pretty close. And they've been playing it pretty well, too. They just need to be a little bit more solid on defense, I think, and they can find that. All but X. Cast the last, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, like I said, he is in town. He is the new mayor.
Okay, well, it's a 3v2. Well, now it's 3v3 again, so Storm is a little bit low, so watch Storm here. He might be a little bit vulnerable. We'll have to see. Well, this is a bit scary for J-Tang. Good core flip.
Oh, big
and he's dead.
Amiel.
He gets the barrier. Yoshi might be able to score here. Oh, but good strike. Really, really good strike from Protectify there. It's 2-2. It's close. I'm actually not sure what Honolulu Hoedown was seeded, but seeded 9th actually. Okay, or are they currently 9th? They're actually 9th. I'm not sure what they were seeded, but they're currently 9th. So this should be. I mean, they're both 2-2 for a reason, I guess. So this is a lot closer than I thought, and it already gets the barrier again. This Juno. It seems like the Juno goalie can't handle the Juno forward.
The battle of the Junos. Okay, solid Amiel, not gonna go in yet. Extra the core flip, still not going in. Bit. Good defense from Tricky.
Alice is
He's trying to push it in, gets the kill,
wall.
and it goes in.
But it's not enough. That's 2-0 on the side of J-Tang Angels with a shotgun, I believe is the full name.
Yep, and that was a solid finish from X there. He saw the opportunity.
Just put it in.
Just straight line, yeah, push it in. You can't block this. You're getting knocked out if you try. There's nothing you can do about it. And
yeah,
X picking up the 1-2
and he does.
as well.
Yeah, I expected him to take the 1-2. You could make a case for Adrenaline Rush or Heavy Impact, but it seems like he's getting damaged a lot this game. Oh, and Rasmus with the Adrenaline Rush, though. Let's see.
And I think that's... I don't remember which Juno that is taking Unstoppable. But wanting to not have to deal with X as much, probably. Yeah, it's going to be...
Unstoppable's a really good pickup.
Yeah, Elky's taking Unstoppable. Maybe just help them fight against X in the midfield a little bit more.
Yeah, we'll have to see how well it works. The good part about Unstoppable is that you do get the damage reduction as well, but it's only 10%, so I mean, if X is on top of you, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. And actually, some people say against Asher and X, it's actually not very good to take Unstoppable because of the fact that you're actually not getting hit out of his range. So he can just stand on top of you and beat the hell out of you.
That's true.
And the goal, as we're saying it, I mean, wow. They kill the Juno, or they kill the X with Rasmus Hook, and then he gets the Adrenaline Rush proc, and it's just, I mean, it's just GG from there.
Yep, solid play from Honolulu that round. Staying alive. Definitely does not want to go down 3-0.
Yeah, I hope they don't go down 3-0.
He is in town. Alright, one barrier, or right side barrier down. Looked like he kind of schmicks his teammate a little bit there. Elky's staying right in the middle.
Yeah, it seemed like they kind of weren't on the same page there. Oh, but this might be in here. Yep, J-Tang. Just a little bit too far of a jump there, I think. I don't. Yeah. I think he was trying to clip the ball and win that strike war, but couldn't make it happen.
Mm-hmm. When the slow ones go in, it just feels so like.
It is a bit awkward.
Not like, yeah, it's like awkward. It's like kind of anticlimactic. You know, you have this huge just war for the core for the first 30 seconds or so, and then one just kind of meanders in. It's like, oh, there it goes. All right,
good kill by Yoshi there.
Down first again.
Yeah. They are in a power play right now. They do have a chance here. Okay, they got the barrier. It's at now even. They have a chance. Oh, and it slides in.
Misses his primary, and yeah, that's just gonna be a goal for J-Tang's team.
Yeah, it's 2-1 right now. I mean, they still have a chance to bring it back a set here. We'll have to see. They can get an early Rasmus kill, I believe. Oh, and like I say that, and he misses the hook. However, I mean, there's still time. The flip. Can't quite get it. Oh, but they get the barrier.
Oh wow.
Couldn't quite clear
It
it.
looked like J-Tang was doing a really good job defending that, but they're gonna get it eventually. Nice,
Good
good
Alice
advance.
yeah. Can you
Okay,
find it
swings
here?
the corner. Elkies and I forgot that.
Protagify, I believe.
Protagify. I was having such a hard time pronouncing it.
Yeah.
It kind of seems like they're stepping on each other's toes a little bit sometimes when they're up close on the goal. They're kind of
Yeah.
both occupying the same space, which makes it really hard to pass it back and forth to one another.
It's
If you're both in the
definitely
same area.
it's definitely a spread out ping angle. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
It seems like they're both doing good things, but I think they just got to be a bit more on the same page, and I think they can take this set. Let's see, Protagify.
Okay, nice,
to
I like
Elkies.
this. Okay, I liked how they weren't stepping on each other there. They were giving each other their space, but J-Tank's team able to just send it back to the other side.
Yeah, I think they're listening to the stream actually. Because ever
they're
since
getting
then, I mean, they've been playing their own sides at the flip and
Nice.
then spins and they get the set. Yeah, that was really, really good. So, I mean, as we were saying it, Juno just kind of kept that top side basically locked down with the slimes and with core flip there to get the goal, and just kind of kept it locked down. And wow, twin drive infinite, holy!
Yeah, it's like you can already see Atlas is already on it. He's not
already
looking at
hovering
a
it.
single other awakening on the screen right now. He gets this free twin drive. It's good to be him right now.
Yeah, I'm not sure what J-Tang's going to be taking here. I could see the Amy taking Surge, yep. I mean, obviously it's Twin Drive Atlas. And then the X should be taking Stagger Swagger here. It should be, yeah, there we go.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think the Juno should have taken Stagger Swagger probably, because killing X is
my
basically their win con right now. However, I mean, Atlas gets Twin Drive, so what else can you ask for?
Yeah, exactly. That's... If they don't, maybe not necessarily get their win con, but they have a very strong don't lose con in in Atlas, just spamming that secondary.
Hey, hold it down. It looks like Protagify's gonna be dead here. Yep. Out. He's able to finish it. Oh, almost squeezes it in top corner there. Let's see if they
I
can
like
make
this
use of the
ball.
power play.
All right, he just pops both immediately. All right, able to clear it. Oh, no, it's back. Okay, it's probably back. It's probably...
It is 3v3 again, and Atlas does
Yes.
have twin drive. Oh, but he doesn't flip. He had the core flip. He could have flipped there, but I guess he opts not to.
Yeah, he had
See
a lot
if
of
they can get mid control.
Between twin drive and the core flip, I'm actually really surprised that one
Oh, but a good
opened. But they're gonna score anyways. Protagify always just has just been always in the right place, right time, just to receive those passes and send it in. Where J-Tang is not occupying the space.
He's waiting, and I mean, if we could see pass pings, I mean, I think he's spamming them right now. Oh, but he gets the barrier while dying. A bit of an X moment, but they should be able to convert the barrier off this power play here. We'll have to see. Come on.
He should still have both expanses available to him though. Okay, and we're seeing X is definitely getting a lot of KOs, but J-Tank's team hasn't often been able to capitalize super hard on that. They haven't, they didn't get the barrier there. They haven't, scored off the past kills. So they need to, be able to take advantage of these moments where they have the advantage.
Yeah, one thing I've noticed is that usually what you want to do when you have an Amy forward is use the Amy ult to stuff the barrier, basically. You stuff the core, kind of get into the barrier, especially with an X, and you kind of time those ults together, but they get the barrier anyway without it. But usually that's kind of, as I was saying, that's how you normally get it with an Amy forward comp. But it doesn't seem like they're too coordinated in getting it here. I've seen them do it a couple times, but oh my gosh, Slime lost to AI. It's a shame. It looks like Jang thought he had core flip there. He did. He evaded something.
Honestly, I'm wondering if J-Tank thought that those were his slimes, and then just kind of got them when the core went in his direction.
They were overlapping there a little bit, so it did kind of. It looked a little bit hard to read.
We're having some slime on slime action. I'm sorry for saying that.
a little bit. Some slime on slime action for sure. It's a good saves here. Good kill. Okay, they get the Rasmus. See if they can make use of it. A good attempt on the Amy ult.
I like the clear there from Tricky, but J-Tang on top of it, able to keep keep the core on the other side of the field, keep the pressure up. But the barrier
what a good
goes
slime
down.
from Elkies. Elkies has been playing very, very well this whole set, honestly. I think I mean, I'm smelling a reverse sweep here. I don't know about you.
It's looking possible, but we'll see. Well,
I think it's a reverse sweep angle here. I mean, it's close. That was a 3-0 set, so I think they're starting to warm up. I don't know what's going on here. Is it the Twin Drive Atlas, or is the forwards? You know, they're actually spreading out, passing to each other. I think they're playing way better now. It seems like
Atlas
Tang's Angels got a. He should take primetime here. You don't want Juno to have primetime. Primetime Juno is a little bit good, and you can't deny Hotshot anyway, because Hotshot is Juno's probably best training in the game, maybe besides primetime.
Do you think, all right, if he didn't deny primetime, do you think Juno would have taken it, or still just taken Hotshot regardless?
It's really hard to say. I mean, Juno, you know, I'm not known for my Juno, so it's a little bit hard to say. I think both are probably really good. So I can't really say. I'm not too sure.
I was wondering if the Atlas would have wanted to take Timeless Creator there as first pick.
I don't think you need Timeless too much on this map because of how it's pretty easy to kind of land your expanse. That's what the ability is called. Jesus, your expanse onto the barrier here. Like as you can see right here. I think he placed it a little bit off there. Not a great example, but Timeless is definitely
ironically, where Timeless Creator would have been pretty helpful.
Yeah, I mean, ironically, maybe I'm wrong.
And then it in.
It's kind of just an X train there. X just spacing out. I mean, honestly, just kind of showing him who's kind of showing him business. You know what I mean?
Yeah, X has definitely been doing a really good. I mean, X is doing his job, right? Ziyoshiyoshi is definitely doing their job. They're getting KOs. They're pushing the core into the goal. They're definitely playing very solidly. That's for sure. X is in town right now. A lot of damage to Protag.
Look for the KO. Look for the KO. Oh, just misses.
Oh,
very good result there. Good kill by Yoshi there. They have the power play. Let's see if they can make use of it. They've been having a lot of trouble with the power plays because they've been getting a lot of kills, but let's see if they can make use of it finally. Oh, but good clears.
Like they tried to do what you had mentioned there after getting the striker advantage, use the Amy ult to kind of push on the barrier. Not able to take it though. They get it now though, so the gate is open. But I do think the J-Tank's team is just struggling a little bit to capitalize off of these moments where they have striker advantage.
Yeah, it seems like they all know the mission. They're just not able to put it together. Oh, but they get the barrier random. I mean, that was a good play by Rasmus.
Oh, and
that's a shame. J-Tank went forward there to try to help with offense, I think, with the slime, and just was not in position for that core flip.
Couldn't get back in time. Yeah, I mean, we've seen that a couple times too. Maybe one of the disadvantages of Juno goalie, like you mentioned.
Yeah, definitely the disadvantage of Juno goalie is that you don't really have a real defensive ability. You kind of just, like, we're kind of talking about it earlier before the cast. It's a very proactive goalie. You want to place your slimes in places to keep, the core forward. And if you can't do that, it's very difficult to defend. But another good kill by X. Oh, and two. Yeah.
That was brutal.
That was a brutal one.
Oh, we are just banished to Obscura now, I guess.
Oh, it's that one, yeah. I believe Storm scored that as well. Yeah, it does last a little bit long. I personally like using this one, but I started getting a little bit tired of it. Oh, okay, the jump. He gets it forward there.
It's good as a tilter.
It's definitely a good tilter. I mean, imagine you score 8 goals. That's 8 Obscuras.
That's a lot of Obscuras. You gotta start paying rent after a while.
Oof. Good saves. I mean, we see it again. I mean, the X is getting a kill, but Tricky and Elkies can just defend all day. And as I say that, cast a curse.
Okay, both gates open. No goals yet, though. Atlas, I believe, still has a expanse available, if not both by now. Okay, good ult by Amy. This is a lot of pressure. Elki's taking it out, though. Just getting it out of Amy ult.
Oh, but
where were you?
Where was he?
And that's... Oh, wait, that is going to be the match.
That's a hot shot difference. That's a hot shot difference.
J-Tank's team coming out on top.
Yeah, so what happened there, I think when Atlas cleared it down low, he had all the space in the world with the core, basically. But one Juno slime picks it up and hits it about 10 billion miles an hour. And then I believe it was overtime as well, and with both speeds, it's just way too fast. Yeah, a bit of a Yoshi difference, 100%.
Yoshi played so well.
Look at the stats.
I mean, actually...
10 KOs, wow.
Yoshi and Storm did roughly the same. Actually, and J-Tank did more. This team just did a ton of damage, like all three of them.
I
Obviously,
believe
you know,
Juno
X is the
got
one taking
Stinger.
up most of the KOs, but
If I remember correctly, their Juno did get Stinger. J-Tang was kind of cooking with the Stinger. A little sizzle on the enemy team.
a little sizzle. Nice. Yeah, good stuff to J-Tang's team. They were what are they, one of the 3-1 teams? They were
They were
a
2-2. They're both 2-2.
Oh, they were 2-2. Okay, cool.
Yeah, so that
3 and
match
2.
really mattered. That was basically a knockout match.
So they are okay. So that was round. My brain right now. Okay, so they're 3-2 now, and that's not quite guaranteed for top 6, I believe.
They have to
but
win one
they have
more,
to-
and then it's based on
pretty good
tiebreakers
shot.
if they make it in.
Nice.
Oh, and then we should be getting an interview actually with the winners here at any moment. I'm actually very excited to talk to J-Tang and crew about that performance. We'll see who hops in the call. I'm not sure if it's going to be all of them or just one of them. Hopefully it's the boy J-Tang himself.
The one and only.
Definitely want to ask him about some Juno goalie. See how he feels.
All right, and we have with us. I turned the thing. Hey, we got Yoshi in the chat. How's it going? Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
That X was pretty sick. We were saying on comms, you definitely understood the assignment. You know, you're doing everything X needs to do, right? You're getting the knockouts necessary. You're pushing the core in when you know you had the opportunity. You had a really nice goal. A really nice moment of awareness. Were able to push in with your secondary, get the knockout on Atlas at the same time. Definitely, just really solid X play from you. So good stuff.
Thanks. I thought when I died to Rasmus 2 rounds in a row that I wasn't playing very well. And then I think after Twin Drive or Infinite Twin Drive showed up,
That was
I
scary.
stopped
That had
holding
to be
it.
scary, right?
It wasn't fun, but
Yeah.
we made it work.
Yeah, definitely.
It took
I feel
a little
like
bit of
Rasmus on the stage. It's like so hard to just be aware at all times of like, okay, is his ult up? Like, where is he compared to where I am? Like positioning wise, like that. To be conscious of that at all times, I feel like is such a large amount of mental stack that it's just like it's so unrealistic to always be aware of it. So there's like at least some excuse for that there.
Yeah, it's so hard. I'm an X player. I have one slot in my
Mhm.
brain to focus on things, and it's usually killing people or the core. So when Rasmus shows up and, you know, yoinks me from downtown, it's
Yeah,
hard
it's
to
a
wrap my
little-
head around what's going
Yeah,
on.
Where did I go?
Yeah, the
Wait,
Rasmus ulti, I think I said it in the beginning, is that you guys, because you took the first 2 sets and were a little bit afraid of a reverse sweep there. I'm not sure if that was in the back of your guys' mind at all, but I mean,
Oh,
tell me what you guys were
absolutely.
thinking after those 3rd and 4th set when they kind of tied it up. What was going through your head?
We were kind of feeling bad because we were getting run through. Obviously, round 3, Rasmus showed up with Adrenaline Rush and kind of swept that set, and then round 4, I think we were just struggling to keep up with the pressure they were applying. We were losing barriers early. We weren't getting the barriers because of Twin Drive Atlas. But after round 5, we sat down and took a moment to reevaluate and tried to manage the mental. I got to pick up Stinger X, which I think carried me in the kill department. And I think they started to crumble when we were coming back.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you were still X with Chrono Boost, Last to Last, 1-2
Yep.
punch, if I remember correctly, and now
Mhm.
Stinger
Yep.
at the end. You gotta
You got-
remember,
you
you
got,
still
like,
have
10
damage,
hits.
right? And I think we saw that at the end. You were just slaughtering them. I think there was a double kill at one point, and then after you just punched it straight in, it was a bit of domination at that 5th and final set.
Yeah, the X is scaled and got to
He is skilled for that.
pop off and mow them down. But it
No.
was close. I was scared the whole time.
Well, you
Yeah,
did
I nailed that nervous set,
achieve
but
it
yeah, you're
anyway.
able to.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, so yeah, able to keep the lead, not get reverse swept, able to clutch it up at the end, and yeah, I mean you guys played super solid. So I'm gonna ask you a question. I have a question about your goalie, about J-Tang. He's on the Juno goalie. Is that his That's his like preferred choice for goalie, because we were talking about it before the match started. How it's, I personally don't think it's, I don't think Juno is a bad goalie, but it's definitely not one you see super often, right?
Right.
Is that a goalie
I-
you guys practice with often? Do you have a like any type of specific strategy with it, or is that just J Tang likes playing goalie on Juno and that's that?
J Tang just likes playing goalie on Juno.
Alright, fair
I'm
enough.
of the opinion, sorry J Tang, that Juno goalie is kind of mid, but I don't know what he does or how he does it, but he makes it work so well, and
He
I'm
makes it
always
work.
so impressed with it.
Well, I
Yeah,
think
there are
you
definitely a
share
lot of-
the same
Go on, go
opinion
on.
as most of the community. But yeah, go ahead, Kino.
He was, I'll say, he's hitting us with the dot dot dot. He made some really cool pressure plays though with Juno secondary and shoot, what did he have? He had
Eject
I'm
button.
blanking out. Well, yeah, eject button, but like able to keep pressure up from his side of the field, able to keep the core on the other side, and then essentially stay safe back at their goal. But it kind of seemed like a bootleg Amy almost. Just able to be very proactive and apply pressure without
Yeah.
without
He's
giving up too much space.
Yeah, he's been playing forward recently, and I think that made a
Mhm.
big difference in his gameplay. Or when he goes forward, it usually
Mhm.
works out really well for us. After that, and Juno secondary leaves a slime at your position. He just gets to be in two places at once, and then with the eject button, come back safely. Not many times where he jumps out and gets scored on. Usually the blob or the eject back is the safety net, and so he can go forward pretty confidently. And it's
I mean,
great
it has
because
potential.
Yeah.
forward pressure is always welcome. Big fan
Look,
as a matter of fact.
I'm of a neutral opinion. I'm not trying to say Juno goalie is good or bad, but J Tang definitely making it work. And you guys, like I said, you're 3-2 now. You're one win away from guaranteeing yourselves into qualifier or into qualifying. So, I mean, yeah, good
Yep.
stuff. And y'all keep it up.
Thanks.
Congratulations. Hopefully, you guys can get this last win and pray for tiebreakers, I guess. So you guys can
That's
still
the
make
dream.
it.
Yep. Well, thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course.
Yep.
And then good luck in your next game.
Thanks.
Alrighty.
We should have our next match coming up pretty soon. But again, everyone, while we're waiting for our next match, go ahead and share the stream. You can tell everyone that we just saw a Juno goalie. No, but yeah, no. I mean, let's get some more people here to watch some hype Omega Strikers action.
Yeah, tell your family. Tell your grandma. I'm sure your grandma
Tell your
would love to
family.
watch the Juno goalie.
Tell your dog. Let's get some pets in chat.
That's true, actually. Let's get your pet in chat. Cat or dog? Let's get a poll. Let's get a poll. going.
Let's get your. I didn't say nothing about cats. Let's get your dog in chat though.
Oh, okay, well I know who's on Team Dog. Okay, I'm currently on both. Right, so I have no
No,
opinion.
you have to
on
pick a
this.
side. You have to pick
You
a
have to
side.
pick a side. What about my
do.
ferret? Says flop top. Honestly, that's a
Oh,
pretty
my
based. That's a pretty based pet. Thoughts?
That is pretty based. I'll allow it. I'll allow it.
All right, ferrets. Ferrets are allowed. Both animals are great. That is true. I agree.
And
Okay, we're getting into our next match here soon. Let me take a look.
Let's see, where are they? Yeah, I
It's
gotta find
team
these
whatever
ones.
IDC. I don't care.
I
So
don't
I guess
care.
they
I
don't
guess
care about the
they
team
just
name.
didn't care about the name, I guess. Yeah.
And then versus
this is
Team
like
Stupid Rock.
I feel like both of these teams have confidence issues. One is whatever, I don't care about a team name. The other is just calling themselves Stupid Rock.
Yeah,
I need to see some more confidence from both of these teams.
Hopefully they play confident. We'll have to see, I guess.
Absolutely.
But
Do you
me take a
recognize
look at the
any of the
teams.
players on these teams? Yeah,
yeah, I'm looking right now.
I'm actually not familiar with any of these names.
On Team Stupid Rock, I have seen Sir Sean Sheep in my games a few times, and if I remember correctly, he's a Kai player. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure he's a Kai forward player, which historically right now not the greatest of picks, but I think he can make it work. I could be wrong on that too. Don't quote me on that. We'll have to see.
I'm gonna quote you. Everyone clip it, quote him. If it's not a Kai, we riot.
I mean, I think we all want to see Kai forward now. I think everyone wants to see Kai forward right now.
I want to see Kai forward. I'm a Kai player myself. So. Oh wait, hold on.
Hold.
We might be getting some new information. All right. So scratch everything we just said. We are gonna potentially have a couple changes to what we just said.
We will
Stay
let you guys
tuned.
know whenever we get updates. It might be a different game though. So I'm not too sure. But what do you think about Kai 4? We're on that topic. Let's just stick to it. I think it's a pretty hot topic in the community right now. You have any opinions on it, Kino?
I don't think he is necessarily the best forward. Kai to me, because I'm a Kai player myself, right? And he seems to kind of be like a jack of all trades, master of none. I think he's very good at just about any role you want to play him in, but he is not necessarily the best at any role. I think he's a very good goalie. I don't necessarily think he's better than Atlas or Amy. I think he's a very good forward or midfielder. I wouldn't necessarily say he's better than like Julie or Era, or maybe even Juno. But I think he's still very good in any of these types of roles. And he can be trained in a lot of different ways too, with a lot of different awakenings depending on how he's being played also. So that's my take on Kai.
Yeah, I kind of think you hit the nail on the head there a little bit. I mean, I definitely have a couple Kai games under my belt, especially on my alt account. It's a pretty fun character, I think, to play. Is it the strongest? Probably not. But I think it's chill. I mean, I'm pretty sure that the only good map, I think, that if you pick Kai forward on and you're not trolling, is Oni Village. Other than that, I don't really know what you're doing, because there's a lot of other great picks other than having fun. I mean, if you're having fun, then go ahead, right? But I think the character definitely is in a weird place right now, but I still think as a goalie, he's very, very, very good. So
yeah,
we'll have to see if anyone can pull him out in tournament.
Yeah, I would probably say if someone was gonna just play Kai, I would probably say goalie would be the first place for them to, I guess, start playing him, because I do think of his roles that he is proficient in. I would say goalie is probably the direction
he is played. So he is played very, very commonly in goalie in a lot of competitive games, and I think a lot of games today I've seen like he's been played pretty commonly. So even though through his nerf that he just had, he's still very, very good. But
I forgot about that.
Let me see.
I just blocked it out of my memory. I was like, no.
Yeah, no, it's a very common goalie right now. In chat, someone asks why every Zentaro not named Borg is not doing 50k damage per game. That's a great question, actually. So Zentaro, that's another fun topic. Another expert analysis here. Zentaro does a lot of damage, especially if you can get the right trainings.
I mean,
However,
you guys are playing. He practiced sword, so.
The problems with the character still lie in the fact that he is very, very tiny. He has almost no stagger. He's not Octavia, but he has the second worst stagger in the game behind Octavia. Right? I don't know if anyone knew that. And then sometimes his abilities just don't work. You'll dash and you'll just die. It just makes no sense. So there definitely seems to be some bug fixes, but I'm of the hot take that they actually don't need to buff Centauro. They just need to fix him. His primary needs to be consistent, or his ult, sorry, not his primary. His primary is pretty consistent. But his ultimate needs to be consistent. You can just kind of take and hit the core out of his ult. You can press ult, you're about to do a hot, pop-off play, and then someone just hits the core out with anything. So, I mean, it's a bit troll, but yeah, as Hook was saying, I mean, Zentaro definitely does a lot of damage. That's one thing he does not need buffs on. If you hit his abilities and you can actually hit the middle of his primary on people, then you're going to be doing a lot.
Yeah, well, I mean, bug fixes are essentially buffs, so.
That is true. I mean, Era just got a quote-unquote bug fix with her tornado. I think that's how they're phrasing it.
That's how they're
going. Hitting them only in front of the tornado, which is a very big buff if you guys have played with any Eras recently. You kind of just get killed from nowhere now. It's a bit unfortunate, but that character is a bit crazy.
And I mean, even before that, Era was still like a pretty strong character.
Yeah, no, they haven't touched what's OP about her at all, which is her primary. Her primary is a bit crazy. just not being able to play the game basically for a whole, depending on if you have Castellass or Chrono Boost, for a whole 2 to 5 seconds is just, it's a bit crazy and it's a bit uninteractive. I'm gonna be honest with you. Chronocast is what's broken. Maybe.
Like we might be getting our next match very soon.
Oh, and then
Fingers
I
crossed.
believe it was a change. Yeah, it's Team Stupid Rock versus Sundubu Strikers now, I believe. Is who we're gonna be seeing here. And then everybody hold in chat. We have no loading bug, ladies and gentlemen. Can I get some claps in chat?
Let's go.
We're actually functioning now.
We have so it's teams. What are they? Stupid what? What are they stupid?
Team Stupid Rock. They're
Stupid
Stupid
Rock,
Rock.
there we go.
Not a boulder, a rock.
It's not a boulder. It's a rock.
Exactly.
And everything against a team we saw earlier on stream actually. Where did they go? Now I can't find them, of course. But
Sundubu Strikers.
yeah, I can't find them for some reason.
Well, while you find
there
them,
they are.
so there was a Julie ban from Team Stupid Rock. I'm guessing they're afraid of Appa's Julie here, and then an X ban on the other side.
So no Julie, no X. We might see not as much brawling as we
We'd
have in
love
some
to
other
see
matches.
it. Hey, but it looks like we have a Zentaro though. We'll see
Okay,
if
we do
Radicus
have a
can impress
Zentaro
me
on the
here.
field.
We'll see how well he plays here, but I'm a big believer here. I'm a big believer. And then Drakkar, Amy, Asher for Sundubu Strikers. I'm assuming this is Asher forward, Drek goalie. We'll have to see though.
Record goalie, yeah.
It is, yeah, it is. Okay.
So Reznok on the director. We saw Reznok on Kai earlier today on stream, and he was actually playing pretty phenomenal. His defense was pretty good. Why do you think he wants? Do you think the director switch is a stage thing or just general preference or what?
So I know he's been practicing a bit, but so in this map, this is the new map, Demon Days.
Yep.
I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it, but whatever. Demon Days, I'm gonna call it that.
I think it's
a bit of a kill map.
word.
Yeah, it's a bit of a kill map. So anything that does a lot of damage is gonna be really good here. So Drakkar goalie, because they're kind of in your face, you're doing damage to them while you're saving the core. And it looks like, I mean, the game's already going crazy right now. Centauro has no HP as usual, and then the barrier's already down.
And we have Dubu goalie as well. Speaking of goalies that people don't necessarily think are very strong.
Yeah, Dubu is definitely, I mean, hot take, I don't think he's very weak. I just don't think he's strong. I think he's incredibly mid right now. It's more of why would you pick him rather than why are you picking him?
Why are you picking him? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's exactly what I was going to say.
This bit, and the really well-placed Asher ult there from Appa.
Yeah, that was really cool. Reznok's kind of sent it towards that little like gravitational field at the top, which curved it towards Asher, towards Appabug, and Appabug just able to capitalize on that perfectly and just push the core with their ult.
Yeah, and then the Amy ult was actually blocking the other side, so he actually had 0 clear options there. So that was a very, very well played by Sundubu right there.
Yep, awesome coverage.
And then I don't know if you've noticed, but Sir Sean Sheep is not playing the Kai forward. Sadly. He's playing the Estelle. Also a weak character, some people argue.
Oh wow, nice. Just maneuvering that away from the barrier. Is this still called a barrier on this stage? I feel like this is way less of a barrier than like...
So they're all still called barriers, but I think they're calling it an amp. They've been calling it an amp because it's supposed to be, it looks like an amp, I guess, but...
An amp.
They've been phrasing it in
a
the patch notes as an amp, yeah. An amp, a speaker, whatever you want to call it. I'm just going to call it a barrier, but... And, I mean, speaking of, it's already gone, so we're not going to see that many of them. We're only one on Sundubu side right now. Oh, and that's gone too, as I say it. Double caster curse. And if you take a look here, Appa is incredibly low, but scores anyway. Wow. That was a really good dribble.
Yep, that was a really good strike core win also from... where did they go? From, was that Grimella, I think?
Grimella, yeah. Yeah, Grimella just, I mean, feeding Appa the rock. Mini bells, discount bells as they call them.
Oh no.
Hey, I didn't coin the term. I'm just repeating.
Don't shoot the messenger.
Don't shoot the messenger. But Grimella incredibly low right now. Might you know, there's definitely a lot of kill threat on Zentaro Estelle. It's a very, very scary comp in terms of damage, but... Oh, good save from the Dubu. Good kill! There we go, like I said.
Okay, nice save from Reznok.
What a
Wow.
save from Reznok.
I thought he was gonna like shoot it into his own goal with that angle, but I mean, I guess he knows these shotgun angles.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the Drakkar goalie, the whole thing, right? Is you block one side with your body and the other side with your bullets.
True.
This is honestly, very good midfielding from Team Stupid Rock here. They've been keeping the core pretty forward for the most part, and the only thing that they've kind of just been getting caught off guard by is Asher stuffing, but I think if they can kind of get the defensive side handled, then as I say that, just Asher stuffing right in Dubu's face. Wow. Appa just telling him, just putting him in the net with the core.
I'm not sure what the Dubu could have done there.
He kind of... I don't believe he had any abilities there, so he's kind of just doomed. Okay, and when we get into the draft here, I expect Drakkar to take Perfect Form of the Zentaro. Yep, he does. So, Perfect Form, very good on the Zentaro. He takes the Unstoppable. Not sure he needs it here against the Amy Asher, but it's definitely not a bad pickup. There's not really too much else. I personally think Extra Special is pretty good. And then Deadeye on the Estelle. Yeah, pretty standard draft. Extra Special on Amy as well is very, very good. You can kind of just ult off cooldown with it. It's very, very strong right now. Amy ult's a bit of a problem.
Infinite Extra Special, definitely pretty nice for Amy, for sure.
Yeah, it's a bit of an XD Infinite Extra Special moment, but nothing too crazy, I don't think, that draft.
Almost saved the speaker there, but first gate gonna go down. Nice save there on the second one.
Good defense here, and just a good execution there by Sershan Sheep to stay in position and just get the last barrier. And a good goal, good angle from the Zentaro there.
Stupid, what they're stupid rock. Stupid Rock staying alive, getting the first goal of the getting the first round of the set. I don't know why I can't remember Rock. I remember the stupid part. I don't remember the Rock part.
Well, I mean, as they keep scoring, you're gonna have to remember their name soon because they mean business.
That's true.
It's definitely not over.
Yeah.
See if Zentaro can keep it forward all by himself. Good movement, just misses the space.
Trying to send it with the primary.
Yeah. Very good Dubu wall.
Oh, big Amy ult, not
Good
gonna be able to push it in yet. Oh, and it doesn't hit the speaker.
This Dubu's a bit of an iron wall right now. Wow, good mix-up on that core flip from Grumella there. And they shove it in.
And yeah, they get a score off it too. Nice stuff.
Very, very, very good mix-up there from Grumella. Just waits for, I mean, I believe Sheep was right there. It just waits for Sershan Sheep to just make any move at all before hitting it down. Perfect pass to Appa, and then finishes off in the bottom corner. It was very, very good. Oh, but the Dubu wall kills.
Let's see if they can do anything to capitalize off of this. Oh, they got a kill and then lost both their barriers. That's not typically what you want to do after getting a kill.
So this map is notoriously hard for especially defensive goalies to actually defend their barrier. The move right now on this map that I think a lot of high elo goalies are doing is play aggressive goalies because
yeah, just don't let it even start threatening your goal.
Yeah, you keep the ball forward, like you make sure the core cannot get anywhere near your speaker, because when it does, especially in most cases, you're just screwed. And as we see there, I mean, Asher just takes it in with her own life.
Worth.
I'd say worth.
Alright, trying to push the corn with Amy ult. Not gonna find any success with it, but gets the first barrier down anyways. Okay,
oh, but he gets the second one too, yeah.
And Asher's still there.
Oh, what a save! Can they keep it out?
Reznok whiffing his strike? Question mark?
2 seconds until Dubu's back up. Oh,
And Braddock is whipping
Zentaro
his strike.
whiffs. Oh no, that's so tragic. After all the work Sershan Sheep did to save that. Oh, that's just tragic.
Second set going to Sundubu.
Yeah, Sundubu seems to just be playing kind of just the better team here. I mean, Team Stupid Rock, from what I can see, is, I mean, they have their moments. They're not playing bad, I don't think. I think they're just having a couple team miscommunication issues here. You know, it seems like their goalie wants to clear it certain ways and none of them are there, or just kind of little things like that. And there's 2 people taking Spark here?
Interesting.
Aw. Very surprised about that, but I mean, I guess they did start Spark. I guess they did start, so they don't want the 2 Sparks. It's not the 2 strongest Sparks in the game, but I mean, it's the final round. I mean, I guess they want as much power as they can going into this, but we'll have to see if Team Stupid Rock can kind of pull it back here, or if Sundubu's going to close it out early.
Good shot by the Estelle, able to break down the first barrier. And there's the second one again. Nice, good coverage from Sir Sean Sheep. That name is a tongue twister.
Yeah, and that's the strength of Estelle, honestly. She has very long cooldowns, but if she can make those cooldowns impactful, you know, it's still very good. The abilities are still the same as Beta, guys. It's still a pretty decent character. It's just the cooldowns are long, so you gotta make them all work.
We saw right there Reznok able to just snipe the core out of Zentaro's ult.
Yeah, it's a bit...
Oh,
good
good
Corpo,
save.
good save. Another one. Can he save it? Reznok's locking it down right now. They really need to get the last barrier on this amp. And there we go, as I say it.
Papa trying to push it in. Big core flip, big ult from Dubu.
Oh, but Dubu got stuck on the bottom there. I believe the Asher ult got Dubu stuck on the bottom. If that's what I just saw. It kind of... I'm pretty sure that's what that was. It looked a little bit weird there, but hopefully it wasn't lagging or anything. I need to see a replay of that if I make any decision on it, but it's only 0-1. They got both the barriers last time, so there's still a chance. They just need to put together the goal here, and there's both barriers. I mean, they have a chance here. They're playing well.
Gates open. It seems like they're not able to keep the advantage at midfield. Is what it looks like. And Reznok is doing a good enough job at goalie to keep the defense up, so their midfielders can just continue to win.
There's a power play for a few more seconds here from Sundubu. Hopefully they can get the last barrier here just to even it up. But really good defense from the Dubu here. Honestly, kind of locking it down. Oh, and this is so tense around this core. And they get the last barrier.
And Asher is just there. Appa has been doing such a good job of just controlling the core in their spot and pushing it in past the Dubu.
I mean, he's kind of just doing the Asher job, right? You kind of sit there, wait for the core, and then you keep it there, right? Like, Asher's whole thing, not so much anymore. It's definitely not as good as it was after the patch.
After the rework, exactly. But, I mean, they're making it look like this character hasn't been touched yet. We might need to check, like, the version they're playing on or something. Make sure that this is patched Asher.
Well, I do believe that... I believe this is the new patch still. Just the new characters are banned. But Asher, you can still keep the ball forward. It's just she doesn't get the passive whenever she uses her secondary anymore, or her ult. So she's not quite as good, but I still believe she has a place for it on this map specifically, actually.
Yeah, and Appa Bug's showing that it definitely can work as they're able to close out the set and the match.
I mean, when you have as good of a midfielder as Grimella, right, it's just going to be free core.
Did Asher get, like, every goal there?
Really not every single goal, but in that set, I believe he got every single goal, yes. Let's take a look at the stats.
Super well. 6 goals.
Yeah, 6 goals, yep.
Yeah. Even Reznok getting one in. Nice. From
definitely
downtown.
GG's there. We definitely saw some life out of Team Stupid Rock there. GG's ending off the Swiss at 3-3. Sadly, I believe that is not enough to qualify. However, it did seem like they had some life in them. I thought they played fairly okay there. They just couldn't really put the pieces together to get that goal. They were getting the barrier, though, every single time. I think Sir Sean Sheep was playing pretty well at getting those barriers, but they just couldn't find the goal, man.
And if I recall, I think you mentioned, or maybe you're talking about another team, but Sundubu Strikers is one of the higher seeded teams also, right?
They were seeded first in this division.
There you go.
Personally, I'm not sure they're the strongest team currently. However, they definitely are up there. They're definitely top 3, top 4 for sure.
Gotcha, yeah. I mean, they showed also why they were such a strong team. That was just such a very strong performance from them. So
Yeah,
can't feel
I
too
mean, it
bad
just
about that
kind of
loss.
seemed like a diff. Yeah, I can't feel too bad
Yeah,
about that. Well played from
Seems
Team
correct.
Stupid Rock.
Yeah, they didn't play bad. Sundubu Strikers just played very, very well.
Yeah, and we
Is
could
what
see
it
it there
looks like.
actually. That in that clip, the Asherolt did get Dubu stuck, and he couldn't save it in the top corner. On that, that was the Asherolt. Yeah, wow, a bit of
Really
a
like
slaughter.
good
sadly.
awareness. If that was intentional, it was like really good awareness too of just like using the ult to keep the Dubu in place so your teammate can get the score, can get the goal.
Yeah, sometimes I think, especially if you rely on your midfielder and you kind of know that they can get the core to you, that's basically an Asher special, is you just put the wall on one side, stand on the other, and just wait for the core. Pretty standard.
So that was round 6. We are, I guess, gonna see if we see any tiebreakers. Oh, actually, some matches are still going on. It looks like, so hold that.
Yeah, there's 3 matches still going on. If we take a look at the standings here, it looks like
Otaku
can't say
Hideout
for
and
sure.
Geeks team still. All right, so it looks like Otaku Hideout is guaranteed to make it. They are 5-1. They finished all their matches. JT Angels with a shotgun, who we saw before, 4-2. So maybe they'll have to do a tiebreaker or something. But they won their last match as well. Sundubu Strikers, we just saw one as well. What else? What else is?
Trying to think. I'm
Geeks
not
team.
sure what. I believe so. The teams that qualify:
Geeks team.
Otaku Hideout. I believe Aesop's or
Okay.
Geeks team. I'm not saying their team name. Geek Gunners 62 Lil JSS. It says I believe something happened, but they did end up 5-0. Maybe they left when they were 5-0 and then just forfeited the last game. I'm not too sure what happened there, but they should. I mean, oh, okay, that makes sense. So they, as in my ear right now, basically they wanted more fair matchups in the end because they already qualified going 5-0. So the teams that so far for sure qualify: Otaku Hideout, Geek Gunner and JSS's team. And then currently there's a match going on, Goats Esports versus Auction Overdrive. The winner of that automatically qualifies. The loser, I believe, will just be based on tiebreakers because there's a lot of 4-2 teams here. We'll have to see who makes it for sure. Okay,
You go for it.
so that is unmuting.
All right, so basically, if only if there's a tie between 6th, 7th, or 6th, 7th, and 8th, there will be a tiebreaker. Otherwise, there's no tiebreaker. Like if you're 4-2 and you get placed 3rd or 4th or 5th, you're in.
Okay, that
Mhm,
makes
that
sense.
makes sense. Yeah.
So by the looks of it now, I mean, it seems like all the teams are figured out then. If I...
Might have
Actually,
to
there
see
might
the
be
winner
one...
between Oxygen Overdrive, Goat Esports.
Yeah.
They might have to do a tiebreaker. It looks like.
Okay, I'm not sure if we're going to be getting a feed on
Okay,
any
yeah,
of
it
the
looks
games
like-
going on right now, but...
I'm saying the only tiebreaker match is going to be JT Angels versus the loser of Goats versus Oxygen. The loser of Goats Esports versus Oxygen Overdrive. So the loser of that will have to do a tiebreaker against JT Angels.
And that should be on stream, I believe.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's going to be the only match happening. So
Yeah.
So I'm actually not sure what exactly the tiebreaker will be, because it depends on like the head-to-heads and other tiebreaker metrics like strength of schedule, right? But I think, yeah, it's gonna depend on a lot of factors, and we're not sure what it is.
yeah, well,
Okay,
we'll see
but-
what it looks like when the matches are all finished.
And then does anyone know the score? Does anyone spectating or know the score of the Goats Esports versus Oxygen game right now? Because that should be a really close one, I think.
If anyone in chat has that info.
Any knowers in chat?
Any knowers?
If not, we'll just have to wait patiently so we can get this whatever tiebreaker is if we have one. But just to say it again, if anyone wasn't hearing, Otaku Hideout, which is Mark XO, Alpha Kibi, and Best Jelly, they have qualified. Geek Gunner 62, JSS have qualified. I believe Sundubu Strikers is qualified. They are 4-2. It looks like that they've qualified. And then whichever the winner of Goats Esports versus Oxygen Overdrive, whoever wins that automatically qualifies. After that, we're not quite sure yet. It just depends on tiebreaker stats.
It might. Oh, they're saying it might actually be the loser of that has to fight JT Angels with a shotgun.
Yeah, that's what I think
we'll
they're
see. Everything will
saying,
be
but
more
it's not
solid
100% yet.
all the sets finish. Yeah, we'll see once all the sets finish what it turns it into. It's one of the weird things about Swiss brackets.
Yeah, Swiss can definitely get difficult, but I think for a qualifier tournament, I do believe it is the better option. Since you're qualifying 6 teams, right? Like, imagine if you just did just a double limit bracket. You could get screwed over super hard by the seeding there. So, I definitely prefer Swiss, because at the end of the day, you have 6 matches, right? Like, just play better, and you should qualify.
Yeah, I agree.
We might be seeing have a game here.
The end of Goats vs. Oxygen.
Hold. Everybody pause. It seems like it's a bit of a banger if we're going to get a feed this far in. I'm expecting a 2-2.
I'm going to, just for the sake of disagreeing, I'm going to say it's 2-1. Just for fun.
Okay. I mean, we'll have to see where it is in the match, but... Oh, it just ended?
Alright, just ended.
And you see it on the screen now. Oh, and it was a 3-0. Oh, wow.
Ooh, so we were both wrong. Yeah, Oxygen
just turbo stomped. Wow.
Esports.
Oh, and it looks like it's like Liario was playing, actually.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so it looks like Snake was not playing there. Maybe Snake had to go to work, because I remember talking to Snake, actually. I believe 2 days ago, 2 days ago, whatever it was. And originally Liario was going to be playing the entire qual because Snake had work. So maybe that was pushed back. Maybe something was going on there. But I did see Liario playing for a second at the end. So it looks like they 3-0'd him pretty hard.
That is a BG.
I know, right?
As a BG.
My schedule is cleared for the weekend. I don't know about you, but I am not working on the weekend. I barely work during the weekday. I don't even know. My mind is not there.
See, the strat is just to be unemployed. Then you can enter as many tournaments as you want.
All right, so we have
don't actually do that, anyone listening.
We have a 3-way tiebreaker. The 3-way tiebreaker is Taiga, J Tangel with a shotgun, and whatever IDC. Whatever IDC will be playing J Tangel with a shotgun, and then the winner of that will be facing Taiga.
Okay, so
was that unmuted? Okay.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Alright, so it looks like we have the final seeding minus the tiebreaker then. So we have 5 teams going through. We're currently just trying to tiebreak whoever gets the 6th seed.
Look at this this differential actually, right after 8th place. Like at 8th place, or I should say from 4th place to 8th place, they're all 4-2. And then 9th place drops down to 3-3. Or not even any actually, okay, you know what? I saw the other. That's just normal. Right. I saw 2-3 next to it. I saw the 2-3 first. I was like, I dropped down from 4 wins to 2 wins, but I was looking at the wrong thing. So never mind.
Yeah, no, there are a lot of 4-2 teams though. There's 5 4-2 teams. 2 of them, it seems like, which is Goats Esports and Sundubu Strikers, are automatically making it in, along with Geek Gunner, JSS, Otaku Hideout, and Oxygen Overdrive. And so right now we're just currently trying to decide if Team Taiga, J-Tang's team, and whatever IDC basically make it in.
It's got to be a little rough if you're on JT's team or whatever IDC, you have to win 2 more games. You have to win both of them also in order to qualify. Taiga's team just has to win one. They just have to beat whoever comes up, whoever comes to them from, from the match before. So like on
Yeah,
the one
definitely a good
hand,
spot for Taiga.
you gotta think like the team that has to win 2, they're gonna be going into Taiga right fresh off a set. They're gonna be warm. They're gonna be ready to play. But Taiga's team, maybe they'll be a little more rested. They got to take a break between sets. They got to take a bit of a breather between matches. So maybe they'll be a little more fresh and ready to go. I guess kind of depends on how you want to play. Personally, if I'm like playing, I want to like do all my matches. I don't want to like stop and then have to play again afterwards. Because that I feel like that just kills all my momentum. So I feel like I'd rather be in like the JT Angels / whatever IDC spot where I just can play my 2, play one, play another one, not have to wait between sets to play my last match.
Yeah, I
that's
do
just me
agree with
personally.
you if I haven't played 6 games already. Because when these games
That's
last
true.
a while, and so when you've already played 6 games, especially if they're close or they're intense games, like you get tired out pretty quickly, right?
Yeah, the
And
mental
so
strain-
if
mental
maybe
strain-
that little wait, I mean, on the opposite end, it might be nice for them. You know what I mean? It might be a little bit of a breather. Maybe they can queue up a quick play a little Atlas Dubu forward, mess around a little bit.
Atlas Dubu forward.
Yeah, it's the quick play special.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, we'll have to see. Next match when? So we're getting loaded into it right now. It shouldn't be too long here, but it should pop up on the screen right now.
Oops, my Discord crashed. Casters will be here soon. Next match is also very soon.
Okay. And then we're all good, right? Everything should be loaded in soon, I believe. We are holding. Everyone in chat hold. We're loading into the next game. But we're currently deciding 6th seed.
Okay. We are loading. Hey, we made it.
No loading bug, no loading bug. Thank you for all the holds in the Pog Champs. So it looks like we're on the new map again. I'm actually really glad to see it. I actually personally love this map. I don't know how you feel about it, but
I haven't seen a lot of it, so I'm definitely glad to be seeing a lot of it now, so I can just kind of learn it.
yeah, like I said earlier, it's a very kill heavy map. Definitely very you don't really want to be playing the Kai forwards or the Octavias on this map. It's a bit scary to be playing it.
Yeah. The map, just
Definitely
because
look
of how
for more.
far up those speakers are, the map definitely seems very claustrophobic. The center area of the arena definitely seems very like chokeholdy,
Yeah, I mean that's kind of the whole point of it, right? Is that it's meant to be a bit of a congested kind of brawl heavy map, right? It's a bit of a mix up with the other maps. I like it. Oh, and it looks like Fiery's actually playing in for J-Tank. So Yoshi is subbed out here and Fiery is subbed in.
Interesting. I mean, we saw how strong Yoshi was playing that X earlier today. They mentioned they were an X1 trick. Maybe, I guess, one, they either couldn't play for some reason, or two, they were worried about an X ban, which would maybe leave them a lot more useless.
Possibly, yeah. I mean, we'll have to see. He's on the Julian. Fiery is actually qualified right now for the East team right now. They're on the PP, I believe I just call them the PP boys, but he's on that team, so he has shown his skill here. So
yeah, Fiery's very good. I got to commentate at least one of their matches last week, which was very fun.
Well, we'll have to see if he can perform here on West Ping. Good redirect. Oh, it gets the barrier. So J-Tang's Angels with a shotgun gets first barrier. Oh, but as I say that, they lose theirs too. Even game here.
Oh, you know, I just realized also we have Asher goalie, which I think is actually kind of cool now. But just like that, as if on cue, Fiery just sent it nice schmicks there to get it past the Asher goalie and score the first point.
Yeah, a bit of a mix-up there. It's kind of hard to guess, and it's pretty hard to react because Fiery's so close to the goal, right? So you have to kind of guess up or down.
Definitely just have to guess, yep. And
he
Fiery
guessed wrong.
guessing correctly. Yep, Clockwork not going to be correct.
So we'll have to see. I mean, I think J Tang's Angels are definitely the favorite here, as I haven't really heard of the other people on this whatever I don't care side. Not too familiar with them. Ooh. However, they are 4-2, so I mean they're here for a reason. We'll see what they have, you know.
Fiery picking up a nice knockout at the top of the court, top of the field, top of the arena. I gotta ask Brick what we decided on for the name of the
I've heard everything.
Arena.
I honestly don't know. I just call it a stage or a field or a map sometimes. Yeah.
This was a contentious debate last week, and we solved it, but I forgot. Yeah, it was. Oh, nice! Ooh,
from
JT. Yeah, nice. I like that a lot. The secondary to jump straight to the core and just shove it in with the core flip, showing us again that proactive Juno goalie.
So last night, actually, I had a game on this map with Barcode, and it seemed like he was doing a little bit of trolling. He picked the Juno goalie in my ranked game, right? I wasn't super happy, but I'm like, you know what? It's Barcode. This guy's insanely good. Let's see what he's got cooking. And I think I saw the potential of Juno goalie on this map. Like I said earlier, it's a very aggressive map. It's hard to defend the barrier in the first place, so why not just have more mid control? And I think if there's going to be any map I get a Juno goalie on, it's definitely this map. As they just show you, it shows you right there, right? Look at the slime placement, the perfect pass to Fiery, and just puts it in. Oh, and according to chat, by the way, Fiery is actually West. He is on the East League playing on West Ping. Wow, I did not know that.
What a god.
Thank
you
for letting me know.
He's playing with the weighted armor off right now.
Yeah, he currently has the weights off. So I expect Era to take Monumentalist here, and then I believe both the rest should take Missile Prop. Missile Prop Jakar is very good on goal, and then...
Yeah,
or even as forward too, which is very, very good. The only thing I'd say here is I'm not too sure about the prize fighter on the Julie, but personally I'm a Super Surge believer on the Julie. I think Super Surge is hilarious, and you can do a lot of very fun things with it. But you know what, Fiery's kind of the GOAT, so we'll see what he's got cooking here with the prize fighter.
And I mean, 10 seconds in, first left side barrier already down.
Yeah, blue side seems like the Asher goalie is struggling to keep it locked down, you know? Like, Asher's whole thing is, you know, very lockdown defense, but just proven like it's pretty hard on this map. And J Tang with the kill into his own net. Wow. Can they put it in?
Oh,
Yep,
Asher. There was nowhere for that to go. Asher sending it, but Fiery was ready and just, you know, right place, right time, able to intercept it and score.
Yeah, he's getting backed into a corner by a Drakkar with a shotgun and a Juliet with a giant fist. Not really much you can do there.
That sounds like a worst case scenario.
Yeah.
I don't want to be backed into a corner by someone with a giant fist and a shotgun. That sounds terrifying.
Yeah, I mean that's how the Astra's feeling right now, you know?
Yeah.
Trying to guard their amp or their speaker. Oh, and a good kill from Fiery. Wow. Stacking my prize fighter.
Really, really solid awareness. Just knowing exactly, and once again, J Tang with the slime hop, just right place, right time, able to send it, and Asher was not, you know, where she needed to be to intercept that goal.
Yeah, and because the goal barriers are so close, actually, you don't need any, you know, jump or dash trainings on the Juno to make him kind of viable as a forward here, right? So the Juno is, since it's already so close to midfield, can just jump forward and is already in the enemy net, basically. So it just jumps forward and covers the other angle that their other forwards aren't. So just a really strong offense, and I could see them they just don't know what to do against this offense here.
Blob bounce. What I call it, the slime hop? I'm calling it that.
Slime hop. I just call it the
jump. I kind of like that name better, I'll be honest with the jump.
I honestly barely know any ability names, believe it or not. Professional player, by the way. But it's just, you know, I just call them primary, secondary. But, I mean, J-Tang Angels with the Shotgun currently are in a power play. Let's see if they can get the last barrier, and they do. Even game right now.
Yeah. I think this is the first time J-Tang's team has had the barrier completely down. Let's see if Blue Team can capitalize off of this.
Oh, and a good kill. Couldn't quite hit the...
And there it is.
No, J-Tang. Not in position there. Just an unlucky bounce, I believe. Fiery could not clip the ball with his dash there to actually kill it. Because if he was a little bit, maybe an inch back when he dashed, he would have scored and killed the Asher there. Very, very close. And there we go, again with the jump.
That J-Tang is able to apply with this Juno goalie right now is actually putting in so much work, and just a quick set right there.
Yeah, they just can't handle it. I mean, the Juno is just slimes everywhere, and then as soon as you think you cleared it into a place, you know, where their forwards are at, all of a sudden the Juno jumps in, gets involved, and it's almost impossible with how much pressure they're putting in. It seems like a little bit of a draft difference this game.
Alright, and yeah, JT taking the rapid fire. Asher probably just going to want something. A couple of more goal, yeah, quick strike, pretty solid. Maybe
yeah, the quick strikes I think is the best move here, because timeless not the most important, to be honest with you. Honestly, I think the Juno should go hotshot here for sure. However, I mean, I'm not J-Tang, so he knows more than I do about the character, so I'll trust him on it. However, hotshot I do believe is best in slot on Juno.
Maybe they'll differ.
He just wants more slimes. I think it's still good on goalie Juno. It might not be as good because he wants more slimes, right? But I'm pretty sure Stinger was also in that draft too, so I think those probably are better. But honestly, Rapid Fire isn't a bad training choice at all, because he can just get more slimes on the field, keep the pressure up, let Storm and Fiery kind of just do whatever they want, basically. Okay, that's one. Oh, and a kill from Fiery. Again, 8 KO streak. The prize fighter is stacked beyond belief. Ooh. And the goal. He is smurfing on him. I have Fiery. I need to get him in a West game. Holy moly, he is playing out of his mind right now.
Yeah, well, here you go. I mean, this might just be Fiery unleashed.
He's Rock Leeing right now. This is a Rock Lee Fiery moment.
Exactly. Takes off the weight barrier. It's like 120 take on it.
And I'm still hoping. I'm looking for whatever I don't care. Yeah, there's both barriers. They still got some life in them. They're still going. It's an even game right now. Both barriers gone.
Nice pass. Awesome. Great teamwork. Passing it straight to Storm. Storm just pushing it in. Asher not able to get there in time.
But it just seems like the fundamentals. I mean, it just seems like a fundamentals difference here. You know what I mean? I mean, passing, just the scoring, switching it up on the fields, just it's very, very hard for whatever I don't care. And the Asher goalie's dead. It's 2-0. Oh, another kill, double KO. Let's see if they can get the triple here.
A 3v1, and that's probably.
Oh, and the triple, the ace.
They're just trolling a little bit. Oh, and Asher's not going to respawn in time, finishing it in style with the ace.
You hate to see it, but I mean, GG's from whatever I don't care. It seems like probably a little bit tired after those matches. Definitely GG's. No hate their way. They played their heart out. But man, J-Tang, Angels of the Shotgun, I mean, who's going to beat them playing like that? Like, they played phenomenal that map. That was crazy.
Yeah, that was a strong showing. And I mean, they got one more left. It's going to be them versus Team Taiga. But that was just a really, really strong showing from JT's team to just win this tiebreaker series.
So, if anyone's just tuning in now or was not too sure about the tiebreaker here, so with that win, J-Tang Angels with a shotgun is going to be facing Team Taiga, and I think that match should be pretty close.
Let's see. Okay, so on Taiga we have is Slop the sub, or is he on the team?
Slop is their coach / sub.
Where's their coach? I see.
Yeah,
Ooh,
Coach Slop.
Coach. We got Snowball, Gengar, and Basic Guitar. So what do you know about these guys?
So they've pretty much, I believe they used to play with Killiest actually, Basic Guitar and Snowball, but they've been a team, I mean, since beta. I've seen them forever. And I believe they're all Diamond. I'm pretty sure Gengar might be Challenger, but I believe they're all Diamond right now. So they're definitely pretty solid. They definitely have a pretty good shot at this. But we'll have to see if they can overcome Fiery right now. And Storm was also playing. I mean, we talked about Fiery a lot in that last game, by the way. But Storm was just playing a really, really good midfield. He was keeping... I mean, he was doing his job. There's nothing you can really complain about.
Yeah,
we'll have to see. I mean... Or go ahead, sorry.
That seemed like... I was saying that just... It was such a solid set from them. It seemed like they had their teamwork down super well. Really good synergy. They had their game plan. They executed it well. The Juno goalie put in a ton of work as well.
Yeah, I mean, that game made me believe in Juno goalie a bit. I said it a little bit before earlier in the game.
He's proven it, man.
That's the map. I think that's the map. I think, hot take here. Actually, I think this is a pretty normal take, but J-Tang, imagine he learns like a pretty crazy Kai, plays Kai on every map, except for that map, pulls out the Juno, boom.
Oh. He's gonna fight you.
It's over. I mean, it's a compliment. I think that's the map for Juno. I think he discovered something.
I would expect to see another Juno goalie from J-Tang on whatever the next map whatever the map the next match is played on. So we'll see if he can keep it up.
See, I'm really, honestly, no one has banned the Juno yet. Maybe they have in the games that we haven't casted, but both the games that we casted with J-Tang in it, no one's banned in the Juno. And after that one, I mean, maybe they're going to get some respect. It might be a Juno ban.
Maybe.
And everybody, predictions are up. Let's get some votes in. Who's going to make the 6th seed for NASL West qualifiers? Spend your, what are they called? Bestie Bucks, everyone. Let's get some gambling.
Bestie Bucks. Nice.
Bestie Bucks. As a caster, of course, I am going to predict here.
I was gonna say, as guys, we have to remain completely unbiased with no stake in either side. So we're gonna
completely unbiased. So I'm gonna put my bet in here. I mean,
do you believe in the Juno goalie? Do you believe in the Juno goalie?
I think it depends.
Because you have to go all in. You can't.
Right.
You can't not bet all your points, right? You have to go all in.
Well,
Anything
I definitely, I'm saving up for VIP. I don't know about you, but I mean, when I have to pay my taxes too, it's like I gotta save up for VIP. I don't have time to be betting all my money. All right, buddy.
Look, maybe I'm just a gambling man, but I have never made a bet that wasn't my whole entire income. Now, don't ask me how much I have. Don't ask me if I'm
That's
broke.
a good message. I think that's a really good message, actually.
Yeah.
But we should be getting into the game here soon. Get your bets in.
Everything.
Get your bets in, everybody. We should be ending them sometime soon. But I don't know. I mean, I think with Fiery subbing in and everything, Fiery's just a different breed, man. I mean, this guy's wild. And he's in again, yeah. So we'll have to see if he gets the Julie or if they're gonna ban the Juno out. We're gonna see here, but I'm putting a little bit of money on the Angels here. I'm gonna put
I think as soon as they loaded in and we saw Fiery was still playing, it went from like pretty close to 50-50 to it looks like 60-30 on JT Angels side. So that's pretty funny.
We got the Kai ban from J-Tang and the Angels here, and then a Drakkar ban actually from
so again, no Juno ban.
No Juno ban.
Juno is gonna rock.
And it is a night market here. Honestly, Juliet is very good on this map, and looking at the comps, honestly, I'm gonna favor Taiga here. I think Taiga has the better comp here. Atlas, Amy, Juliet, it seems a bit better than the Juno, Amy, Juliet. But I want J-Tang to surprise me. I want him to prove me wrong.
Yeah, I was saying you're basically just saying that the Atlas goalie is stronger than the Juno goalie because the other
that is what I'm saying. Yes, you're right. That is what I'm saying.
Well, let's see. I mean, J-Tang's been playing pretty well so far. Let's see if he can prove us wrong this one last time. But Atlas goalie obviously is very strong. Kind of a more standard goalie you see pretty often.
I think the Atlas might give Fiery a run for his money here. Atlas is, historically a hard goalie to score on as a Juliet, but we'll see. I want a good barrier from Snowball here. Good dash punch.
J-Tang not able to save that one. Core still on J-Tang's side. They're trying to get it off. Good ult from Amy just to keep the pressure up.
Oh. And And a good kill from Snowball. Snowball is positioning very, very well this game. Everyone take a look at Snowball this game for a Juliet Clinic. He's been practicing. I think he's about to unleash this game.
Yeah, he's also... Oh, that was almost such a good score from Basic Guitar. They got both barriers down. Meanwhile, Taiga has both barriers up right now. The gate is not going anywhere. That Atlas really is just acting his air wall. Just kidding, that's one down. Both down? Okay, both gates are open.
It's an even game. Both Amy ults used. Core flip used.
Warring right now. Fiery not able to intercept. Good primary from Atlas just to keep the core on the opposing side.
Basic Guitar there tried to do a secondary with the Amy blink into the core flip, but just missed. In the bottom corner for Fiery. Yeah.
Yeah, Gengar tries to save it. He saw it. He saw the angle. He saw the future. He knew where the core was going, but was just not able to get that primary out there in time. And Fiery able to finish off that first round.
Yeah, I mean, just taking a look at that last round, it seemed like Snowball and Basic Guitar were just playing so well together to get those barriers, but just could not put together the goal there. And there's a couple ability misses, a couple core flip misses, because I believe Snowball whiffed his core flip as well. But good to see J-Tang and the Angels here kind of bringing it back. This is going to be a pretty close set, I think. What a good kill from Fiery there.
Nice, yeah, and she's moving now. Julia is all over the place.
Yeah, and keep in mind, Fiery does have core flip. Keep an eye, because I think they're going to try to... He might greed it a bit, but he should be using it here on a good dash punch.
Alright, but here comes Snowball, able to open the gate on the other side. Oh, not going in the gate, not quite open enough for the core to get scored.
Oh,
and a
Gengar couldn't
solid
save it,
dash from Storm.
I believe Gengar had no more abilities there, or else he probably would have used it. Definitely very, very hard here. It seems like, Team Taiga here, they definitely have all the pieces together. They just gotta, put them in the right place. There we go from Snowball.
Okay,
oh,
nice
but it's
pick there.
just out of position. The dash punch core flip to knock him in. It's hard to really read that, though. I don't blame Snowball for that. It's a power play here. Let's see if they can get the last barrier.
J-Tang played so far up, kind of forced to use core flip to prevent the second barrier from going down.
They get their barrier though, so I mean, definitely worth.
Yeah, definitely worth it.
Let's see if they can keep it up. Can Storm get it to Fiery to score? Good core flip out of Gengar. Can they survive? Oh, good save.
Okay.
Oh, but he dies in the meantime. But Fiery wins the strike war there.
Yeah, able to knock Atlas into his own goal with the ult, and Estelle just not going to be enough to prevent Fiery from scoring following that up. Twin Drive is available in Atlas's second pick. Let's see if
the Juliet should be taking Twin Drive here.
Yeah, Fiery's definitely going to deny it for sure. It's also just not bad on Juliet.
Atlas should be taking Hot Shot here. Perfect, yep. And then it should be Stinger on the Juno. Or Timeless. I think they're both okay. Timeless,
we're gonna see Timeless.
Could be a 1-2 or Stagger. Yeah, there's a lot of good trainings here, actually. This and both Amy's take Stinger. Okay. So right now, for at least what I'm seeing, is that the side of Team Taiga, it seems like they have they're passing well, they're playing midfield very, very well, but they're getting caught out quite a bit in their positioning, and they're getting KO'd. I think they need to... Oh, and I say that, and they get a KO themselves. Now that the Amy, the Amy has Stagger, we'll have to see. Fiery answers back with another one.
Nice. I like that decision making from J-Tang there. Stall the core out a little bit, wait for his teammates to get into a good position to pass the bottle without being intercepted.
Okay, well, both the barriers down for Taiga right now. Let's see if they can hold it down and, kind of battle their way back in this set or in this round. But it's looking a little grim right now. They're gonna need a KO to really... Oh, it's so close. Oh, and the dash punch right into the expanse. Unlucky expanse there from Gengar, but really, really good dash punch from Fiery there.
Yeah, Cosmic Expanse just not sending the core out the direction it needed to go, kind of bouncing it on his own wall, and Fiery just able to push the core in.
Yeah,
nice save from
J-Tang
and very good right after.
So what happens with Atlas Expanse is that if you run into it actually, as he's using it, it's not very big, right? And so it kind of shrinks very, very quickly the closer you are to it when he pops it. Oh, and they get both. Okay, let's see if they can put a goal together. Taiga's not done yet. They're hungry. They want a goal. They want this 6th seed into West Vault.
A
Oh,
big KO.
Fiery.
Yeah,
Fiery is
is
just too aggressive.
monster.
Man. An absolute monster on this Juliet right now. Storm is very low, though. There is a chance, I believe, for Taiga to get a KO or for Taiga to finish this off here. They do still have a barrier as well. It's not over yet. Fire with the dash punch. Perfect execution.
That's just pushed in. Okay, that Amiel just going to kind of control the bottom of the stage.
Oh, just lives
Right,
there.
overtime
Basic
is
guitar.
up. Orphan's
It is
not going to go in
overtime.
yet.
The core is going to be going pretty fast, and they get a KO. This is their chance. Taiga need to
what
score
a
here.
good core flip from Fiery. Fiery just saved
Oh,
that
the good
round.
kill. Fiery is just absolutely popping off right now. The core flip to save plus the KO just means that they're on the power play now. And can he finish it? We'll have to see. Good dash, but
A
a
nice
good core flip from Gengar.
They're keeping it alive. Right, Gengar not going to let that one go in. Spins out the primary. Oh, Snowball not quite able to get it in with the dash.
Oh, but
base
J-Tang just
guitar.
couldn't reach it in time.
The base guitar's going to send it in. Nothing
That was the
super
best
fancy there.
round
just
we've
blinked.
seen. That was the closest
that was
round
really
I think we've
solid.
seen. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
hey, we
I
pray
don't-
for
I
more
don't-
of
I-
those. That was amazing.
Or no, Taiga, sorry, not IDC. Taiga showing signs of life.
Yeah, Taiga is just... They're not giving up yet. Snowball does not want to lose here. And Gengar is just the iron wall this game right now. He's
I
trying
actually
his
can't believe that
hardest.
didn't hit. I could have sworn they hit the barrier.
It was close. It was very, very close. Now 1 barrier to 1 right now.
Yep, on the same side too.
Good Amy
Okay.
ult. Good Snowball dash. Can he finish it? Can he put it in? The core flip.
Good interruption on the core flip. Okay, Gengar gonna send it down to Snowball. Okay, big ult from Fiery, gonna get the knockout. Cosmic Expanse just gonna send it away, and the dash from Bass Guitar is gonna go in. J-Tang not able to stop it in time.
Good positioning there from Basic Guitar, just waiting. You know, his other forward KO, all you have to do is wait, don't overposition, just wait for your moment to either help with defense or to get that sneaky goal, and he finds it right there. Oh, and
Early
a
core flip from Fiery.
nasty core flip. Both barriers down right away.
Yeah, they want to definitely... I mean, they obviously cannot let Tiger's team score one more. They don't want to get on the court scoreboard. They want to keep this lead. They have both gates down. They want to capitalize off this right now.
That's even players, though. You know, Taiga still has a chance. They need to... Oh, could not find that KO. Good flip from Gengar. They need to
Oh,
keep
right
it
to
away
Fiery.
from
Fiery doesn't make it in.
Oh, it
Oh,
doesn't
another
matter.
really unfortunate Cosmic Expanse bouncing right off the barrier in the center of the field, right back into their goal. And also, I believe that was... Where was that? Storm was there to just pick it up at the
Yeah.
end.
Storm had the Amiel on that top corner to stuff it in there.
Oh, that was so unfortunate.
Hey,
Alright.
but this is their chance.
too.
No Amiel on team J-Tang side right now. This is their chance
This is such
to
a huge
defend.
round right now, too. This is such a huge round. Taiga needs to win this to get on the scoreboard. Otherwise, J-Tang's team is just going to take a huge 2-0 lead.
Yeah, and when it's 2-0, I mean, it's just so
They
hard
make
to
this
really
so hard to
come
come back. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so much harder. The Amy ult going to break the second barrier, though. And the
Oh,
Corp's just going to
oh
send
my
it in, and
goodness.
just like that, J-Tang,
J-Tang just finds it.
JT Angels with a shotgun. Yeah, going up 2-0.
It's almost like this guy's been playing forward or something. Oh, these
Oh,
are
it's
interesting
James from Prime-
trainings, that's
oh.
for sure.
Oh, he's picking between
Uh,
Primetime and Monumentalist. Both choices seem really strong for Juno right now.
I hope he takes prime time. He does not. I think he randomized it. He
I
just
think he
clicked I
randomed
don't
it,
think
yeah, he
cared.
randomized it.
He randomed it there. That's a honestly,
That's so
I was gonna flame him for it, but pretty based. That was pretty based. Spark on the Julie. Okay.
Oh, more
Seems like-
power.
Snowball wants to be the mayor, but sadly there's not enough sparks in play for him to be the mayor this game, but we'll have to see. He does have, you know, he does have the agility spark, so he's going to get a bit of power here. He's going to be pretty fast. but we'll have to see if it's enough. He's dribbling. He's cooking. Snowball needs to keep this alive, and Basic Guitar's back up now. Snowball is just kind of running the show right now. Feed the king right now. Come on, feed the king. Let him cook. Oh, but he's taking a couple Amiels to the face. He might be dead here.
Yeah,
we'll have to see.
Good save. Good heal from the Atlas. Oh, but first barrier goes down on their side. Oh my god, so many slimes. So many big slimes. So many big Morbos.
Yeah, a bit of the Monumentalist moment, but good, good composure there from Gengar, not panicking, just being really patient on his strikes there, and just, keeping that barrier up.
That's easy pass to Basic Guitar to clear it out. But once again, they're pushing that bottom side. Pushing that bottom side. Anyways.
Jeez, I mean, then it's just been happening all game here. Yeah, I mean,
Ooh,
it just seems like
Fiery's all over the place. That movement speed is illegal.
Oh, yeah, a bit of an adrenaline rush difference here. Really good pickup from Fiery to get the adrenaline rush because they've been getting so many KOs this game. We'll see it at the end of the scoreboard here, but they've just been getting KO after KO. So definitely a great pickup as a training here. Then again, right there, he's just finding him left and right. It is Fiery's show. That's the GOAT.
Fiery's cooking with gas right now. That's for sure.
Yeah, if Taiga want to win this game, they really got to start positioning more towards the center, and they just can't get KO'd. Okay, Gengar's holding it down right now. I think Gengar is really just trying to hold it down, just keep his team alive, but it's so hard when the enemy team is just so aggressive and just has that adrenaline rush to take advantage of.
Oof,
oh, the good kill back on the Fiery.
Oh wait, that was on fire. Oh my god.
Yeah, that was on Fiery.
Yeah, Fiery gets finally taken out. Let's see if Taiga can take advantage of the situation now. And just like that, Fiery is back. All right. Core flip to keep it out of play.
Good save from the
All right.
Alice.
One barrier down. Oh, but the slime's getting it so fast. That overtime speed's so crazy.
Yeah, it's a bit of a, the core is moving slowly, guys. Oh my god, the core is moving slowly. So I don't know if you saw what happened there, but that was a Juno slime to hit it into the Amiel, which just absolutely boosted the speed of it to just go a million miles an hour. There was nothing you could do there. There's absolutely nothing Gengar could do there.
Yeah, super solid combo between the slimes and the Amiel. Good stuff. Good stuff to J-Tank for also recognizing that.
I'm afraid it's just the Fiery show, as he just got another KO on the Atlas, and it just got another barrier, but the core flip, and it kills him!
Okay.
They even it up! Taiga still has
so
life here. Taiga still has life here. Can they keep it in, or will they get knocked out? They need a score. They need to go right now.
Okay, Snowball taking out the first barrier. Got one barrier piece. See if they can make it happen. Okay, J-Tank jumps out, able to check back. Snowball taking out the second barrier.
This is their chance.
Oh, okay.
Gengar's trying his best to hold it down.
Oh, this is so scary with Fiery right there. The Amiel coming out, and there's just too much pressure. The slimes, the Amiel, Fiery existing in general, just so much going on. Atlas not able to defend against all of it. And JT Angels with a shotgun. They're going to secure their 6th spot qualifying place.
I mean, yeah, congratulations to J-Tang and the Angels here. I mean, they get in, they get the 6th seed into the West League, and then GG's to Taiga as well. They were playing pretty good. I thought that they had all the pieces. They just, like I said, just like the last match, they just couldn't really put them together. The pressure from J-Tang, Storm, and Fiery was just way too much for them, I think.
Yeah, that Juno goalie, man, it did a really good job of just playing very proactively. It's kind of like sometimes having a third midfielder, right? Because you can jump up, you can apply pressure. The slime is kind of like still there to keep your goal safe if, like, worst case scenario, he's got the eject button to send himself back to the goal if he needs to get there quickly. And yeah, it's just a lot of, and the slimes themselves obviously able to redirect the core as well. You just have so much control in the midfield. I can definitely see it really working out, and JT doing a really solid job showing the strength of Juno goalie.
I mean, just take a look at Fiery though. 12 KOs, by the way.
Yeah.
12 KOs. I think
Man, that's like
on top of
serial
it,
killer amounts of kills.
it's like as a Juno goalie, you don't even have to play goalie at that point when you're forward just killing everyone on repeat.
That's true. You're really just playing.
Like, the main
two
problem
midfields
there,
and a
I
forward.
think, yeah, the main problem there for Taiga was just, Fiery just could not be contained. And I think we have the boys in the call right now. Congratulations on qualifying.
All three of them are here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. It was a
Okay.
hard-fought journey, but we did very well there.
Yeah, you guys played
I think
super
so.
well. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Also, grab Yoshi in the call. He's also waiting down there.
Yes, he did play majority of
So
the
true. Yeah, I was surprised to see Yoshi subbed out just because in the previous match you guys had on stream, Yoshi put in just such an incredible amount of work with X. So what was the logic there between switching up the teams?
We liked having a Julie player to like gap the Julie so we didn't have to ban it.
That's fair.
So we liked having the Julie mirror. Yoshi's not much of a Julie. Yeah.
And they
No,
like, worked out so well, so like we might as well keep
Yeah.
it if it's working.
That totally made sense. And as I was saying earlier, I mean, at least with that match, on top, you guys just played 2 matches actually, so we could talk about both of them. But I think this last match was definitely a very, very notable one because Fiery, you had 12 KOs, by the way.
Holy.
Oh
Yeah,
man, I didn't
can you
know
calm
it
down,
was that
dude?
much.
Can you chill?
12 KOs.
Can you
So I
relax?
don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know what
want
your
y'all to
issue is,
know I'm carrying the damage there. I'm just saying.
True. You got him ready for me.
Soften them up for you.
No. It was all
So-
Fiery, bro. Super sub.
I have a question actually for
Super
J-Tang
sub.
here. How easy is it to play Juno goalie when it's permanently a 3v2?
It is 3v2 for us or for them? What do you mean?
For you guys, I mean, like I said,
Yeah.
you guys are getting so many kills and KOs. It just felt like
Oh,
the
yeah.
pressure with the blobs and then with the Amy turret and everything. There was just nothing they
It's
could
like
do
a
at that point.
5v2. Yeah, there's the blobs. There's Juno playing a lot in the midfield. There's the other 2 teammates. There's everything. How do you even fight that? And you only get
Because
2
we
players
have-
to fight it because one of your teammates is just dead and the other one's in goal. Like, what do you do?
We have all this pressure because our forwards are so good. I can just like move up basically to midfield with my eject button and my blobs. I can get any pass I want, especially if someone's dead. So we're able to get like at least a barrier, most times a goal, and that's how we snowballed like the last half of the tournament.
I mean, that's exactly what we
Yeah, no,
saw.
makes sense.
And then another one for Fiery here. How does it feel qualifying for both regions?
Which region will you play in?
Feels pretty good. I'm gonna prioritize the East region just because that's where my main team is. Even though I'm
And
playing on higher ping.
Yeah, so you need the weighted armor. You need something to hold you back, otherwise it'll just be too easy, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I said it in that set. I mean, it was a Fiery Unleashed those last 2 games completely. How does it feel with actually playing on your server now?
It feels nice playing on 30 ping compared to 90. It's such a big difference.
Yeah, especially on Julie.
Yeah. Especially on Julie, yeah.
Yep.
That's so funny. And then
You have any questions, Kino?
No, I mean, like they put on a really good show. That's all I got. They played solid. They nabbed the qualifying spot. There was 1 point in that last set. I think it was like the second point, if I'm not mistaken. You had adrenaline rush. You had I guess you had the speed boost from the middle. I don't remember. You were just like your movement speed was like disgusting. Like I'm pretty sure you could have run laps around the entire arena before like a single character could have cleared like half the field. You were just everywhere. It was actually so funny to see.
Yeah, it's a Dren rush for you. So fun.
Yeah.
Actually, I have
yeah, I mean,
another
that's
one for Storm if you're good.
So?
So Storm, I mean, we casted another game with you guys as well earlier, and it just seemed like all tournament. I mean, we didn't see every single one of your games, but it seemed like you're just playing pretty consistent as kind of the role. Like, what is your role on this team? Basically, is my question. How do you feel as kind of the midfielder, and what characters, I guess, do you expect like will be going well with your playstyle here? All the Drek.
I have focused a lot on Amy also. As almost anybody in the chat will probably know. I'm a bit of a but I've been working on my Drek a lot for core control.
I'd imagine that's where the shotgun in your name comes from.
Yeah. Well, Angels with a shotgun is a bit of a insider meme. But...
Bit of an inside joke. We're not knowers, it seems.
Yeah.
So we're not in the loop.
But the core control, man, I don't know. I just gotta feed it to my brawlers. Be in the right spot. Be ready for a pass anytime. Just gotta apply the pressure, hold it down whenever they die. Oh, I don't know, man. I'm just hyped that we won.
Yeah, I mean, congratulations to all of you. I mean, huge win. Definitely. I thought a little bit of a sleeper coming into the tourney, but I always believed. You guys just won me a lot of channel points, so thank you very much.
Yeah. Calling out Gumi, by the way. He didn't even rank us. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, what the fuck was that all about?
You're throwing a Gumi here.
Gumi's a bit of a goat, but fuck that guy. He didn't rank us.
Gumi hates us.
Okay.
I mean, who's not going to be a believer, though, after that in the Juno goalie? You know what I mean? I think he's a bit biased.
What happens?
Let's be honest here.
What happens when the Juno goalie gets banned? What happens when Juno gets banned against you guys? That's what I want to know.
Well,
what's
actually,
the second character?
It so much respect that they have to ban it.
So Clockwork actually did ban Juno, but then we banned Ty was our second. So we played Doom.
It wasn't
Oh,
exactly.
wow.
Well, I'll say it. We won that game. I'm pretty
Yeah, we
sure,
did win.
so-
We did win. But it wasn't great.
Yeah, J-Tang's second is Kai, and then we banned it.
I will be cooking up something in the future, so hopefully when Juno's banned, it's gonna be
they're cooking.
little less shaky.
All credits to Ginger, by the way. Gave me tips before the tourney. It's my goat.
Solid,
I love him.
Shout outs. Yeah, I do think it's definitely important, especially as like the game's life progresses and the meta expands a little more. It's definitely going to be important to not be a one trick, right? Because people will start to maybe target ban a little bit more against the players that they know only have one character, just to try and force people on unfamiliar characters and take advantage of them that way. So having a couple characters in the pocket definitely a good idea going forward for everybody, obviously.
Yeah, we were actually getting a lot of Zentaro bans at the start when we.
Yeah, I was curious about that. Who plays that on your team?
We had so many.
I'm a bit of a Zentaro one trick, unfortunately.
Okay, respect from one to another.
So
then... they need to fix that character.
Yeah, they do need to fix the character. Hey, Odyssey, you're listening, right? Hey, fix Zentaro. Hey. Let's add a slow on the ult or something. Let's get it going.
Let's get it going.
That was a bit of another reason to bring in Fiery, honestly, because all the teams that we were playing against had Julie players. They didn't feel like they wanted to ban, even if we had Fiery.
I mean, I think you guys got pretty lucky as well because you guys got Night Market as well, by the way, which is just a Julie map and historically just amazing Julie map. So I think the sub-in kind of came at the perfect time, since we can't really figure out what maps we're playing beforehand. So it ended up working out for you guys.
Yeah, a bit of a stars align moment.
There you go. It was destined. It was meant to be. But anyways, yeah. Again, guys, congratulations. Thanks for coming on for the interview. Good luck in the next stage of bracket. And I'm not entirely sure what we're doing after this.
Nice.
All right, so I'll just unmute on stream. Basically, our 6 teams that are qualified are decided. I'll be putting them up on stream right now. And
okay, let's take a look.
They are in NASL West now. That they will be just playing in the league. They'll be doing like the best of 2 round robin and all of that for a chance at the $6,000. Congrats, you made it.
Congrats.
$6,000. What are you guys gonna do with $6,000 if you win this?
Play Juno goalie, honestly.
You're going to use $6,000 to continue to play Juno goalie. Okay, yes. I respect it.
Are you gonna bribe Audi with the money to buff Juno goalie?
I mean, considering how they haven't really nerfed her, it's already working. Like I feel like
you say
Juno's
it's as strong as
really
can be.
Character.
Okay. I mean, you heard it here first. I agree, honestly. Juno's a bit broken right now.
You're taking my goat. That's why we named the team after him.
Alright, well, congratulations, you guys. Definitely well fought. Got into the league, double tiebreaker. You guys played like 8 games or something today, I think. So I'm
Yeah.
sure you guys are all really tired and probably want to chill out for a bit. Maybe eat some food.
Bro,
I know I'm hungry
you already know
myself
they're
too. So
they're
I
about,
still
they're, about
have-
to hop, they're about to hop on ranked or something. They were like, all right, time to play
I
more
I
of
better
this
not see
record.
any of you on
Hey.
ranked. Go take an hour off.
I
Yeah,
actually
I haven't
haven't
slept
even
in like
finished unpacking.
36 hours.
Holy.
It's
Still unpacking
bedtime.
from college.
Wow.
Alright.
So
Appreciate
I
everyone
think
who
we're
watched as well.
about good here.
yeah, we just have one question. Who do we raid with like the 200 viewers?
Oh, let me look.
Ooh.
Let me look.
Who's streaming right now?
Who wants the raid? Who needs the raid? Actually, there's not too many people on.
Yeah, Storm, are you gonna keep
Ignis,
playing?
I mean, if I get a 200 viewer raid, I'll keep playing.
Right, hey. I got a guy you can raid.
You don't have to do.
Oh,
I see Ignis.
Storm,
is on
the
right
Storm
now.
TFT raid.
TFT on Twitch? No way.
Dude, nah.
Okay.
Who is that guy?
Who's that guy?
Might be in the North American Strikers League, perhaps.
AMDR TV new follower.
Why is
that's
your
good.
why is your follower message so big?
I don't know. I haven't looked at it in a while. I usually use OBS for my.
All right, but that is it. Thank you for coming. Thanks all of the casters, including you two, for casting for so long.
Oh, we appreciate it. Thank you for the opportunity. This was my first Omega Strikers cast, so if it was a little bit scuffed sometimes, I apologize, but I appreciate the opportunity, definitely.
Wow, that was great. Good stuff. And yeah, we'll see y'all next time.
Dormington Teamfight Tactics.
All right. Hey, now you got your wish, Sire. You got your wish.